Welcome back to Page Turner, a RPG show set in a fairy tale world. This is our third episode in, and I would like to introduce you again to our players. Brent.
Hello there, folks. I am Brent. My character is Maximilian Weber, a giant spider who has the ability to shapeshift into human and is basically a bard.
If you would like to introduce yourself, Zach.
Okay. Uh, I'm Zach. I typically DM. My new job is trying very, very hard to work me to death. And I play Bardolph, a wolf folk, uh, which fell in love with his own Little Red Riding Hood until she left him for dead. He is tracking her down to settle the score. He is an adventurer and has been for a while, and so he's traveled through many of the countries of the world of Page, typically getting into trouble and mischief along the way. And currently, he is kind of dealing with some of that fallout just about everywhere he goes.
Okay, so we will recap what happened. Last time, you guys had gotten done with the Battle of the Ants, and Lainey was suturing Bardolph up where they had a conversation about how they don't actually hate one another.
Surprise!
Contrary to what the other one tends to think. And then Maximilian took Morrigan to her family, where he there asked her if she would come join him. Because you have a thing with taking girls into the woods and then asking them if they'll come with you. It's kind of creepy.
Well, it's the second one that was contemplating running away from home.
And then she told you she would think about it and tell you in the morning. To which you guys walked back to town and discovered in the town that there is quite a fuss around a Rose Knight. A woman in shining armor, and you guys tried your best to avoid her, to which she immediately zeroed in on the group because she could tell that you guys weren't human, and proceeded to have a conversation with you to inform you that she had no interest in killing you or harming you whatsoever because she could tell you guys were scared. And you asked her about what she was doing there, and she told you that she was going to Maleficent's castle, which is exactly where you guys are going. You decided that you were going to travel together. After your other party gave Bardolph lots of shit about his card playing antics, he decided to leave the tavern and go back to the Fox's Den, which is the local house of lady favors, to
The premier house of lady favors. Thank you. Not just any old house of lady favors. The best.
to go spend an evening with the madam of the house.
Because if you're gonna go, you go big.
Exactly. And before he went, Bardolph told Lainey that the full moon was coming up and to watch him because he suffers from lunacy, which will cause him to go nuts during the full moon.
Well, I mean, that might be an ever so slight exaggeration.
Well, it causes him to lose.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me about that, because I totally forgot.
I try. That's my job as the DM, to remind you those things you forget. And I do believe I said, because she followed you out right before you went to the Fox's Den, so you have about 2 days now before. And you guys got back to the tavern and you were talking about leaving, and then that is when Maximilian went to the garden to meet with Morrigan, which is where we will pick up where we left off, with Maximilian in the garden.
Yay.
You're sitting there, I'd imagine, sketching still?
More than likely, yes.
Okay.
Have you drawn every flower in the garden yet?
Working on it.
Okay, let me know.
That is when Morrigan in her human form comes walking into the garden.
Ah, nice to see you again.
Hello. I said I would meet you in the afternoon, so that is what I'm doing. I do appreciate your offer, but I think I must decline.
That's understandable.
However, I have also been asked if we could get your help a little longer. What was I told? Something about pay. Something. There'll be pay. That's what it was.
Okay.
We don't keep a lot of coins. Well, at least not that we'll give away because they're shiny and they belong to us. But we'll be willing to part with them if you'll help us get rid of the rest of the ant.
I suppose getting rid of the ants would help not just you, but the town in general, so. Alright, I'll go gather the others, and if they're willing to help, they'll be joining me back here. If not, it'll just be me.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'll be waiting, here, I guess.
Alright. Don't worry, I'll be back shortly.
Okay.
And with that, turn and go towards the tavern.
Okay, while you were having that conversation, we'll kick it back to the tavern, to Bardolph sitting there eating breakfast, I assume.
Huh?
I said we'll kick it back to the tavern where I'm assuming Bardolph's eating food.
No, he already ate the food, like all of it.
Oh, okay.
There is no more.
Very voraciously as he does.
Yeah, he really tears into that.
Lainey sits beside him a little close to make sure that no one can hear within earshot. So, about, what, you said 2-3 days from now, right?
Oh yeah. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be real bad.
So,
Barely gonna be able to control myself.
So, do I need to, like, invest in ropes or something?
He just quirks an eyebrow at her and smirks.
Not like that, you freak.
You're the freak. You're the one that suggested tying me up. No.
For yours and others' safety.
I never went on a killing spree on a full moon. Just, I get really hungry and all the other natural urges get even stronger, he says. Kind of staring off into the middle distance, like he's done something that he doesn't want to remember.
Right. So stay away and keep anything that you might want to eat away from you.
Well, don't starve me. That just won't happen. Just
no,
like,
I'm not gonna starve you.
Maybe just be like, Bardolph, use your better judgment. And I'll be like, I don't have any, and then you'll have to be my better judgment.
Okay.
Like you treat your drunk friends whenever they're doing something stupid.
Actually, that makes a lot of sense. Don't let you go off into the woods alone, naked. Things like that.
I do that normally, but okay.
You know it. And
suppose so.
There's another question that I have been meaning to ask, and it seems to have gotten even more validity to it, considering where we're going to next. You said you wanted to go to Maleficent's castle for archaeology, but I have a feeling there's more of a motive than that.
Well, he says.
She might be there, isn't it?
It's beginning to look like it's a possibility, but I'm an adventurer. Archaeology is how I make my living.
Just I don't know. I do not know. Well, that's my questioning, I guess. That's all I wanted to. Don't do anything stupid, I guess would be the words I'm trying. Stupider than you normally do.
The only thing that I can think of to say is, don't get between me and Red.
Okay. I'll let you do whatever you're gonna do.
All right, he says, somewhat dismissively.
And about that time, Weber comes into the tavern.
Well, this is actually a welcome view, I say, joining everyone at the table. How would you feel about making a little bit of extra coin before we leave?
I would greatly appreciate that. Money is kind of nice.
Bardolph's ears, like, he's in his human form, and his ears still twitch whenever you say money. And he's like, oh, you tell.
Well, it seems that those ants we killed did release a pheromone to signal the other ants to go to the place where they died and find the ones that killed them, which may be causing a bit of a problem. And Morgan's family is willing to pay us if we can kill the remaining ants.
Hmm. One of my favorite X's. Extermination. We're in.
I do you
He
need
doesn't look at anybody else or ask their permission. He just says we're in.
would you like me to accompany you to this as well?
If
Well,
you
since
like.
we're. Yeah, I suppose so.
All
We are
right.
going to all be heading towards Maleficent's castle, so
Right.
might as well get to see how you fight for a change.
Right. I think that this will be a very good opener for us, I suppose.
Isn't that how all the great adventuring stories start? Killing some sort of pest?
Usually.
Typically, it's vermin, and typically it is either in a cellar or in the sewers. But once you've done that once and they laugh at you because they thought it was a joke and you demand payment, it is no longer funny.
I mean, it's not fun when you actually have to do it is a not getting paid for because no one else in your family wants to go kill the giant rats in the cellar.
You have my
What, it,
sympathy.
what is it with ROUSs? They get everywhere.
Uh, should we go ahead and head off?
Right. Morgan will be our guide to the location. She's waiting for us in the garden.
Lead the way, big guy.
Right. And Lady Aerith, do be forewarned that Morgan is a spider.
Right. I do believe one of you spoke of her.
I may have mentioned her in passing.
Perhaps. But I do not see an issue with such things. Very few things scare me. Speak for your damn self.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I was gonna say compare that to Laney. Your contrast, actually.
Shut up. You guys get up and you head towards the garden where Morgan is waiting. Huh?
Bardolph, whenever he gets outside, he like just like stands up and like stretches like really big and pops like his hands in his back and his neck and just like does a little boxer's dance, get on the balls of your feet, and he's like throws some air punches. Says, "All right, now let's go."
You guys head to the garden. Oh, hello.
Hello there, Morgan. Good news, the others were willing to accompany me.
Well, that's good. I won't be able to help though.
Don't worry about it too much. You are the client, and I suppose it would be very bad of an adventurer to let their client get injured.
That depends on what kind of client it is.
Not not gonna say a word on that one.
She gets it.
Unfortunately.
And I'm just saying, some people pay good coin for that.
Anyway, what was it that we were doing? Killing
Giant red ants.
Oh, that doesn't seem too difficult, I suppose.
Well, they're half as large as me, so
Ah, I have not yet to see your other form, so I cannot compare.
I would show you, but Lainey might lose her breakfast.
And we're also still in the middle of the garden, which is probably not the best idea to turn into a giant spider in the middle of a town.
Why don't you just say that louder, Laney?
I didn't
Thanks.
say it too loud. I thought only us could hear it. Shut up, Bardolph.
Look, the fields have eyes and the woods have ears. And gardens have both.
Though most of those do report to me, I say as I pull the little spider mascot Jeffrey off of my shoulder and hold it in front of both Bardolph and Lainey.
I'm not gonna lie, he's actually kind of cute. He just
Bardolph
waves
takes
it.
a huge breath and goes, he tries to just like huff and puff and blow him off.
He manages to hold his little spider legs onto it. That's not fair.
Wolf folk never fight fair, I say in Drider.
He's obviously backing me up.
Clearly. Right, so let's head off then?
Right. Morgan, please lead the way.
Oh, am I thought you guys knew where you were going.
Well, we knew where we killed the spiders the ants last, but it'd be better if you were able to show us exactly where they are now.
Oh, I guess I can do that. She leads you guys into the woods about, like I said before, where you went before was about 30 minutes into the woods. And you guys get to exactly where you were before. And she points in a direction and goes, "It's a little further that way, and you'll see a giant anthill. You can't miss it. You really can't."
Alright. Then I guess the four of us will go and take care of it. Thank you for your help, Morgan.
No, thank you. You guys didn't have to do this.
Yeah, but there was coin involved.
I don't always have to have coin to be involved to help, you know.
I was only speaking for myself, being a hard, down on his luck adventurer.
Yeah, I don't know how down on your luck you are, but okay.
I view this more as an opportunity to actually stretch my legs. I
Oh,
swear, I don't understand how you humans stand in this ah, compact.
Well suited for the various tasks of living, I assure you.
let's go find this stupid anthill.
Right. Then I guess I should give you warning, Laney. Turn away.
Yep. Ugh.
Transform into giant spider.
Bardolph is going to go and discreetly change into his wolf-sized clothes and shift.
Well, you weren't kidding.
Yes, I am this naturally handsome and dapper, he says, putting on his bowler.
She kind of just rolls her eyes. Anyway.
Yes, this is a proper welcome to our little traveling group. Regret starts now, I guess.
'Cause trust me, you will. I don't see too much of an issue with it.
Well, may the regret last forever. Let's go.
As you guys head towards that direction, you travel for about 10 more minutes, and you start to hear the noises of the ants.
Oh, great. They're already chattering. I hate ant chatter.
So, should we try to surprise them, I guess?
I'm sure they've already caught our scent. Or picked up the vibrations.
Bardolph looks doubtful, honestly. He's like, they're just stupid ants. I've got the best nose around, He actually says I've got the best nose around, and I can barely smell them.
You know,
Right.
I wouldn't say the same for you, though. Anyway.
Laney, are you trying to imply something?
No, not at all. Bath.
I do. Every night. Maybe you shouldn't be getting so close you can smell me, he says, giving her a challenging look.
Fuck off, Bardolph. Let's go into battle.
Later. Battle now.
You guys, are you gonna try to sneak up on the ant?
Yes, climb the trees and start scuttling from tree to tree and hopefully get a drop attack on one.
Okay.
And I'll use a fate point to activate my positive trait, surprisingly stealthy.
Okay. Roll a stealth at 4. Are you gonna try to sneak as well?
No. Bardolph doesn't, sneak all that often. So, he's gonna just not try. And
Okay.
just kind of be close enough to the action that if it goes sideways, he'll be able to countercharge or something.
Okay.
Alright, with that +4, it's a modified 8.
Okay. You'll get a surprise round. Laney will get a surprise round, and the knight will not, because plate mail. So, you guys go and you see outside of the hill there is about 3 ants.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice manageable number.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to drop down on one.
Right.
Hopefully, but...
Bardolph howls.
Oh.
You know what? I'm gonna hold my stealth round and wait for one to try and charge him after he howls.
You have the surprise round, which means you don't, as in he'll go in normal initiative, but you get a attack before anyone else does.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's just holding his action, essentially.
Yes.
Well, I will, as you howl, the ants just poke their heads up and immediately see you and start to scuttle towards your direction.
Come and get it.
Hold for jumping range.
and jump.
Yay! Attack.
Okay. Your movement will be to jump.
Mm-hmm.
Roll to hit.
If I remember right, the spiders are 2 defense, so -2 on the roll. So oh, thank you. Modified 6.
Okay. Oh goodness. Okay. You'll hit it.
So now do we roll initiative?
Yep. And as you guys see Lainey run up and just slice into one, and now you guys roll initiative.
Yay!
What damage did you deal on the ant?
The D6 was nice. A 5.
Oh, nice.
D10 is not nice. That is a 3.
Wait, why are you? What?
Oh, I thought we were rolling for initiative.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you are rolling for initiative.
My initiative is 3.
Your initiative. Oh.
Can I add my agility to my initiative roll?
Yes, you can.
That is also a 3. Can I reroll?
If you want to use a fate point.
Actually, yes. I would like to use a fate point to reroll my initiative.
Okay.
Because fuck that. That's a 4. I'm keeping it.
I mean, it's better than all the ones.
Yeah. My dice really hate glass tables, so I'm moving over to some wood.
Oh. You guys are going fucking last.
I am now very happy I got a surprise round.
Yeah. And first up is Ant 1, which has been damaged by Mr. Weber and will immediately attack
Great.
you. And that's a 2, so that'll hit, doing 5 points of damage.
Ouch.
Yeah, as it takes its mandibles and right onto your leg. And Lainey is going to attack and slices into the side of the ant that she was attacking before. And then Ant 2 is going to try to attack her and takes a pretty decent bite into her side as she yelps out in pain. Aerith is going to swing at one of the at the ant that's attacking Weber, because it's the one she's closest to, as she runs up and takes a swipe into it and hits into it, but not quite as much as she had wanted. And then that would be Bardolph. It is now your turn.
All right. I am going to use a key point,
Okay.
and I'm going to use dash. So I'm
Oh.
going to use my bonus action. I get to move twice my normal speed.
Yes.
So move me up to the closest undamaged ant.
Okay, that would be the one that no one has attacked yet.
Good. Now I'm going to use another key point for flurry of blows,
Okay.
meaning I get to attack twice for the same amount of action point.
Yep.
And so I will roll. Nat 10.
Okay, that's just one attack.
My damage is a d6, correct?
D6 plus 3. And you
Okay.
double the dice damage, not the plus.
Okay. So 9 points of damage.
Hot damn.
So he comes with a flying kick, then grabs its antenna firmly with one hand and gives it a nice twisting wrench, pulls it free, and with his other arm drops an elbow into the top of its head.
Okay, roll to hit.
Nat 1.
It's like balance. Okay, as you go to grab for it, it catches your arm in its mandible, doing a point of damage to you.
Fucking insects. Ow!
You did a hell of a damage to it. A nat 10 to a nat 1.
Karma's a bitch. Can I cuss on this show?
Yes.
Okay.
Trust me, the DM has done it enough for everyone. Okay. You would get another attack with Flurry of Blows, right? Because
No, that was his 2, I think.
Yeah, no.
That was 2, which means I have one more from my
Yes.
regular action.
Yes.
And I could flurry of blows again,
You could.
but instead of attacking and instead of flurry of blows, I'm going to use one of my mystic techniques,
Oh.
And I'm going to use my mystic technique called luck.
Oh, okay.
So I burn a key point for that.
So that's 3 so far?
That's right,
Yes.
I'm down to 7.
All right, that gives you luck on your next roll, right? Or does that. What did we say with that one?
Uh, Regardless of my skill or enemy skill, they have a 9 uh a 90% chance to fail their hit
Right.
uh for the rest of the battle or until I get hit. Once I get hit, all enemies get a +1 to their hit for the rest of the battle against me.
Okay, that would end your
So
turn. Hmm?
yes, so unless they get a nat 10, they miss. But once they hit me, they all enemies get a +1 against me for the rest of the battle.
So that would bring us to Mr. Weber.
All right. Okay, this ant that so grievously wounded me, I am going to use a fate point to perform a venomous bite.
Okay, rolled it.
Let's see, that is a modified 8.
Okay, that'll hit. Roll your d6 and then your d4.
That is 3 points for the bite and 3 points of poison damage for a total of 6.
Nice. Okay, so that would bring us back to the top of the round, which would bring us back to another ant.
Well, I didn't use my move turn.
Oh, that's
so
right. Sorry.
So I like to use that to try and, I guess, perform a second bite
Okay.
on the ant. Okay, so that is a modified 7.
Okay, that'll hit.
6 points of damage again.
It is looking like real fucking rough. Like, damn, this ant is about to die.
And use the bonus action to tell the Rose Knight to help Laney because this thing is about dead.
Talking's free action.
It is. Talking is a free action as long as you're not trying to carry on an entire full-length conversation.
Still like to try to convey that message to the knight so that way she can hopefully disengage from this ant and try to help the remaining party.
Okay. The next will be an ant number 1, which is currently being harried by you, which that's a flat roll, so it's going to hit you. And doesn't do a whole lot of damage. It does 4 points of damage as it takes its mandible, which it already has your arm in its mouth, and just.
Wait, did you say a flat roll?
Yeah.
For
Wait.
Yeah, my
Wait.
skill stacks up to 3 now.
Oh, does it?
Because unarmed and bite attack stack in spider form.
Oh.
At least that's what was established whenever we were building the characters.
I remember that.
It still hits. Either way.
Sucks for you.
Still hits. But
Damn it.
you tried. It went from, a 7 to a 6. So it still hits. So that's 4 damage. Laney goes and strikes against the ant that is attacking her. And can't quite get her sword into its hide. And then ant 2 is going to attack. That's the one that's attacking Laney. So it's going to attack her. And she parries its mandible out of the way with her sword. And then the ant that you are attacking, Bardolph, that's gonna hit.
It's got a nat 10?
Wait, would it have to get a nat? Oh yeah, it would have to get a nat 10. I forgot about your luck thing. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. It does not hit. You almost seem like you know exactly where it's going to hit, and you move out of the way.
Better to be lucky than good any day.
Yep, and then it'll be the Rose Knight's turn, and she's going to move out of the way of the ant that's attacking you, and it's going to take a swipe at her and miss. And then she's going to run over and, take her sword and swipe one of the ant's legs clean off.
Nice.
Yeah, I've seen better.
And then it'll go back to Bardolph.
Okay. How many ants are left?
There's still the 3 left.
Huh.
But you
Okay.
guys are basically at the base of an ant.
Yeah. The only person that's been hit is Weber
Yes. No, Laney and Weber have both been hit.
and me.
And
Because
you.
I won.
You had a whole point of damage.
Yeah. So can I roll perception to see what kinds of negative traits these ants have?
Huh. Yeah.
because that's typically how that's done. I mean, or if you want me to, if you don't want to give it away based off a perception roll, you can make me guess kind of what kind of negative traits they might have, and then I could roll to see if I was correct. However you want to handle it.
I'll do it that way because I think a perception check would be giving you too much.
Okay. I think that they have the negative trait goes berserk, and so I'll roll to see if I'm right.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a 10.
Yeah, you would be right. Goes berserk with pain.
Okay, so is that only on like antenna hits, or is that like whenever they get near dead, or what?
Near dead.
Okay, so the one that I'm fighting is near dead.
Yeah, they're all near dead.
I'm going to move the fuck away from it.
Okay, it is going to get an attack of opportunity.
Fine.
Of course, it doesn't hit because,
'Cause luck.
luck.
Bardolph is he's getting lucky, all types lucky today. Okay, so that was my move. I have one other action, and I'm gonna I'm good. I guess I'll just kind of like, can I move to Harry, another ant, without
Yeah, because you didn't move.
Okay.
I assume you just moved out of its combat radius and not too far away.
Yeah, so I guess so for the rest of my movement, I'll move to basically carry another enemy next to either Laney or Weber, whoever's closest.
It would probably be Laney.
Okay, so imagine we had like the Rose Knight on the left flank, and I'd be on the right flank, and those two in the middle.
Right.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
That's my move. No, wait, I'll use pay. No, I won't. Fuck that. I'm good.
Well, yeah, you don't need it. You really don't. Because you've got luck up, too.
I won't need it until they hit me. Then I'm really gonna need it.
That would be Weber. It's your turn.
All right. Let's see. Modified 9.
That'll hit.
What?
It doesn't matter how much damage you do. It's dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was only a 3.
It was hanging on by 1 hit point.
Did you nom it? How did you kill it? Did you nom it?
How...
You nommed it, didn't you?
Well, I'm not going to eat it because there are still others. So for the kill, just sidestep its kind of half mostly dead lunge and then snap into its neck and sever its connection to the rest of its body.
You ripped its head off.
Yep.
Ant guts everywhere again. Yay!
Okay, so that would...
And I am smart enough to not stand directly in front of the wound.
The ant's number 1 is dead.
All right, and can I perform a charge attack on the one in the middle that's now being left alone?
That would be your move to do so.
I am willing to sacrifice that. Okay, so for the charge attack, that is a nat 10.
Good job. You don't need me to tell you that hits.
Let's see how the damage is. Only an 8.
Congrats. You've murdered another one?
I am oddly satisfied by that. I think in the charge, just kind of flip it up to where its underbelly is in front of my face and gore open its abdomen.
I think that's pretty righteous.
Okay, that'll, about the time you kill that other ant, you hear as another one climbs out of the ant.
Ha! Just one.
And then a second one shortly after it.
I'm going to use my bonus action to drink one of my healing potions.
How?
Yeah, that is a good point. How?
I mean, like if it was already on the ground and uncorked, I could see you could just grab it and like tilt your head back. But like, where the fuck do you even keep these healing potions when you're in spider form?
That is a good point. Where
are they inside your body like your silk that turns into your suit?
Probably.
Oh, that's just weird.
So they're inside your silk glands. This is a problem.
No, he just has a spider fanny pack. That's what
Oh,
Okay,
do I
okay,
have
no,
spider
but
sandals with spider socks?
better yet, he keeps them in his hat.
Oh, there we go. He keeps them in his
Yep.
hat.
I'm a magician now. Too
Just
bad
health potions. No
Yep.
rabbits.
I already ate the rabbit.
That's true. That's
Oh goodness. You take one of your health potions, roll for it.
Oh,
Roll your
boy.
your 2d.
Oh, that heals me up for 6 points.
Nice.
So I'm
Well,
only
it's-
down 3 HP.
2d4 plus 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you would heal up to full, I think.
I was only missing 3, so that would be -1.
You can join Bardolph in the 1 hit point missing club.
Yay.
Okay.
It's almost the best club to be in, but not quite.
Lainey goes to stab for the ant, and you can tell like the wound on her side might have affected her, and she can't and kind of misses.
Oh dear.
There's 3 of you harrowing this one ant.
Doesn't that mean she gets at least like a +1?
Actually, yeah, she would, because she still misses though.
Oh, wow. Damn.
Actually, no, she wouldn't miss. She would hit. If she got the +1. So yeah, she whacks into its side and it yelps out in pain. And then the 2 ants used their movement to get up out of the anthill. And the ant 2 is going to go for...
Please let it be someone with armor.
Actually, it's going to go for Lainey, but it somehow manages to get its mandibles stuck in the ground.
Oh,
I don't know how it managed it, but somehow. This ant.
I think maybe she like bopped it on the top of the head. Like she jumped back and smacked its head down and got like a mouthful of sand or something.
Yeah. It got it
Or bit into a root that it couldn't like just bite through.
when your monsters roll nat ones. And then that would bring us up to Aerith, who is probably just going to finish this fucker off, and does so and cuts its head off in one clean swipe,
Ant guts.
and uses her bonus action and just places a hand on Lainey. That looks rough, and you watch as the wound just sort of heals. Lay on hands.
Kind of gross.
What?
No, just Bardolph's opinion of just watching a wound heal like that. It's just like,
It is now your turn, and there are 2 ants that have crawled up out of the aforementioned anthill.
My turn.
Yes.
Okay, well I'm gonna buy us. I got divide and conquer, so I'm gonna use one of my key points to use a mystic art this time. Again, and I'm going to use Curse of Flying Monkey.
Oh, okay.
And you have to make essentially like a willpower save.
That's a 2.
So I assuming that they have no negatives assuming they don't have any negative skills, which are pretty rare anyway.
Yeah.
Then he failed that pretty hardcore, and
Yeah.
therefore, so Bardolph makes the mystical symbol and clears his mind, his eyes close in the battle, right? And just he blots everything else out and channels the astral energy from the land of Oz. His eyes open and they flash green. The ant's eyes flash green with inner light, and the ant then is now definitely hallucinating and terrified.
Okay. Well, the ant is going to run. You guys are right here. The ants are right here. The ant is going to run this direction.
Pass this?
Yes. The
Is
ant.
anybody get an attack of opportunity?
Yes, it would actually pass the group that just killed the one ant that you guys were surrounded. So you would get an attack, Lainey would get an attack, and the Rose Knight would get an attack.
I'll always take a free attack, but I nat one'd it.
Oh.
I'm gonna fate point reroll that.
Okay.
Oh, that's better. Modified 9.
Okay, that'll hit. Roll to hit. Or roll your damage, I mean.
6 points of damage.
Damn. The ant's already getting its shit wrecked. And the 2 girls also takes slices at it, both of which hitting. And this ant already looks fucked.
Okay, so I'm going to use my other action
Mm-hmm.
to attack that ant.
Attack that ant.
That kind of landed in the corner of the book. That's not fair. Okay, 8.
Okay, that'll hit.
Yeah, because it was either a nat 10 or a 4, so kind of split the difference here for me. So, sorry, damage. My bad. 5.
Okay. It's looking real fucked up.
Give it a nice axe kick to the thorax. Cha!
Okay. That'll bring us to Weber, I believe.
Yes.
There's the ant that is currently getting its ass kicked by Bardolph, and then there's the other ant who's by the anthill.
All right. Would it be possible to move to where I could get a flank attack on it?
The one that's not being attacked?
Yes.
No, because there's no one for you to flank
Nobody to
with.
hold its attention.
Right.
Yeah. Nobody to harry it so that you can get that bonus from it being distracted.
Right. Well, I guess that I'll move up and engage it in battle,
Okay.
and hope that the frontline fighters hurry up and kill the other ants, so that way I'm not getting my face bashed in. So move up and roll attack. Non-natural 10
Okay.
for a full whopping 5.
Okay. Anything else?
That takes care of my movement and action, so I don't really have a bonus action to spend, so that's it for me.
So that'll bring us back up to the ant that is being harrowed by the three of you.
Did it pass its full power save this time?
Oh, that's right. I forgot. It did not. So it is still fucking booking it. Full dead sprint. As fast as it can go. Out of your combat range, so you do get an attack of opportunity.
So we did actually tried to flee. We stopped it, fought it, and then we get another attack of opportunity.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
Oh, okay. Damn. I'll take it. All the free attacks. Give me all the free attacks. No!
Another nat one.
I refuse. No, I can't refuse. I have to take it. I only have one more fate point, and I'm not spending it on that.
It's another nat one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's another nat one.
As you go and swing for its head, the ground is still slippery from the day before, and you fall right on your ass again, nearly smacking into the Rose Knight.
Bardolph just looks confused. Okay, so the others got attacks of opportunity?
That they do. That'll hit. And that's all it needs. And you watch as as Laney's like, you son of a fucking, and just cleaves its head off.
Does she get covered in ant guts?
Oh, not again! Oh, gross!
I totally share my character's mirth here.
Fuck off, Bardolph. Ugh. And Aerith goes, we should probably do something about the anthill. There's probably several more in there.
Yes, please help up here.
As she goes to walk towards goes towards the ant that's attacking you, and swings and cuts into its abdomen fairly deep. And then it is going to attack you, Mr. Weber. That'll hit.
No, wait.
Oh.
I use a fate point and demand that be rerolled.
Oh. Okay. Well, it's a good thing because it rolled a 2.
You're welcome.
Damn.
Thank you.
You just using all your shit in this battle.
It feels good to cut loose. I had nothing but RP for like 2 sessions. Oh my god, I need to kill stuff.
Okay.
Besides, this will just incentivize the DM to make Bardolph's life more difficult, so I can get those fate points back. I has no more, Brent. No more.
Yeah, I'm down to 1 myself.
Okay, it's your turn.
My turn? Bardolph's turn?
No, it's your
Weber's turn.
Weber's turn.
Okay. Okay, then I will try to kill the ant, I guess. Bite
Okay.
at its face.
Okay.
Mm, modified 6.
Okay.
Uh, so if the ant has any skill at all, then you missed.
Well, I'm
And
keeping. I think the
oh,
ants
oh,
so far
you've
have been
already
2.
figured that in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Wait.
Yeah, because
I'll shut up.
it has a 2 to its attack. So
I haven't been taking that into account. That's
I
why I've been telling you what I roll.
I didn't know you hadn't taken that into account.
I don't
Duly.
think I've rolled lower than a 7, but I could
So
totally be wrong.
I don't think you have either,
I'm
except for
like,
your nat
I'm
ones.
crit. I'm like crit success, crit fail. You
Yeah.
know, I don't. What's a 5? My dice don't know.
Uh,
We've
Okay.
never seen one.
Roll,
nope.
roll your
Uh,
damage.
wow. 2.
Oh. Okay. You gonna attack it again?
Yes, please. Please let me do more damage.
I like to think that those 2 points of damage just like you like swipe your mandibles at it and like you like rake across the chitin like gouges through one of its eyes. It's like leaking goo.
Took out a
Tis
couple of
only
facets.
tis only a couple of facets. The gods saw fit to give me many more.
All right, I will attack again, and wow, our attacks suck today.
Oh
That's a
no.
modified 4.
Ooh. Yeah, you go to attack it and it dodges out of the way of your bite. Yeah, you guys are just not rolling so good. This is the ant turn, and it's not gonna hit with that. So it goes to bite you, and you move your leg out of the way.
Yay!
What are we gonna do about the ant hill?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
Lainey goes up to the ant that is attacking you, and goes to swipe at it and misses. Aerith takes a pretty good
We're
chunk into its side. Huh?
we are so heroic.
Yeah, it's like you just keep fucking up. Aerith takes a pretty decent chunk into its side. Is everyone else cool on hit points, right?
Yes.
I'm still only missing one.
Just a whole hit point?
Yep.
Okay. And then that would bring us back to you, Bardolph.
Okay, Bordov gets off his ass using his bonus action. He takes a look at the situation. He sees that his allies are fighting up a hill, which is inadvisable, especially since it's probably loose dirt.
Yeah.
But he decides to join them in their foolhardiness and take advantage of them harrying the enemy. So he's
Okay.
going to move and attack.
Okay.
And nope.
It wasn't a 1 though, was it?
No, it was not a nat 1. It was a 2, which, you know, comes out to 1 whenever you do the math. My skill minus the ant's skill
Yeah.
is a 1, but it's not natural.
Okay. You hear this. They're not to the top yet, but you hear even more skittering down below. Bardolph, because of your sensitive ears.
They're coming, he says, and then slips on the sand and bites the dust.
He falls over again.
Well, okay, he slips on the sand, and that makes him miss his
Is
beautiful uppercut. Oh,
okay, that would bring us back to the ant. Or no, Weber, it's your to go.
Right. I'm going to use an action to try and kill this ant.
Okay,
A modified 8
that'll hit.
for 6 points of damage.
How do you want to murder this ant? Because you seem to be the one killing them all.
I guess one of the mandibles hooking in through the eye and piercing its brain.
Ugh. Gross.
Yeah. Whoever's gonna pull back after killing the spider, spitting, just kind of gagging. Little bit of dry too.
yeah.
Ant brain.
Oh shit, that was quite disgusting.
So we should take care of like maybe collapse the anthill?
Yeah, great idea. How?
I don't fucking know.
Look it, lady. Got any bombs in that alchemist kit of yours?
She's muscles around her kit.
Red, please, fate point that she happens to have at least one bomb made.
All right, fate point it.
Okay, she does.
That's called a declaration, folks.
Mm-hmm. Oh fuck! I have an incendiary.
Why didn't give it to me?
Here you go.
Grab it and just use one of my really long legs to just throw it in there as far as possible.
Okay, roll to throw it.
It's a hole. You could have dropped it in the hole, man.
You specifically said you're gonna throw it.
Yep. And, worked out pretty good. Nat 10.
Okay. Fucking move.
Okay, the front flip off the thing, off the anthill,
Okay.
Scuttle as fast as possible, grabbing anyone slower than me.
The knight does seem to be a bit slowed with her plate mail.
Alright, it's time. It's spider cavalry time. Just grab, throw on back, and continue running.
I imagine she lands prone on your back, and so she's just like holding on to your big furry butt, and she's just like, ah! She's like holding on to the fur in one hand, sword in the other, covered in ant blood.
And as you guys run away, underneath,
Okay.
and the anthill just flattens.
Huzzah! He says, victory, fist pump.
I am too old for this.
That was certainly something.
You ladies were spectacular, he says, wiping the dust off of his pants.
I think
Yeah.
that's one of the first compliments you've ever given me. Thanks.
Well, I mean, you can kill bugs, so, I mean, so can a 4-year-old.
That's what I expected.
Good job, both of you.
Thank you. You two didn't do half bad yourself, except for the occasional falling.
The ground was wet.
Although those moves that you did were quite spectacular.
Thanks. Studied for a long time. Weber, as usual, you kill-stealing bastard. You did great.
Try finishing the job for once, and I don't have to steal them.
I can only throw punches so fast.
There was one time you threw like 4 in 6 seconds. For good fairies, that was insane.
Try 6 in 4 seconds. Thank you very much.
Okay.
That was my famous flurry.
Good job. I haven't seen you actually fight like that, so.
Well, the situation never called. His eyes shift around like, oh boy. Maybe I just forgot to use my good moves.
In any event, shame on all of you for making a senior citizen work so hard.
You're the one. You took the job, Weber. Yeah.
My job is to talk and sing, thank you very much, not fight.
That's the most ridiculous thing you've said this entire time we've traveled together. Is, make a senior citizen work so hard. Oh my gosh, cry me a river out of all 8 of those eyes, Spider Boy. This was your idea.
He's right, though. You did tell Morrigan that you were going to do this. We just agreed because money was involved.
Yes. Fine. How's that wound doing, Lainey?
It's actually all healed up, surprisingly. I am not as adept as, say, a healer would be with healing magic, but I do have a little bit in my arsenal.
That is going to be exceptionally useful. I probably should have bought more potions.
Where do you keep those things?
My hat?
You know what? Thanks for lying. I don't want to know, actually.
No, seriously, pull off the hat and show that they're suspended from the inside of the hat with web.
Actually, that's pretty cool. He looks at his little bowler and despairs that it will never be big enough to hold a healing potion.
So I take it we should go back and inform her that we blew up the anthill?
Not just yet.
Oh?
Lady, is there anything salvageable alchemically from these ants? Do you forget, we are adventurers. We loot everything.
What do you expect the ant to have gold in its stomach? That would be ridiculous.
Give me your sword.
Fine.
He starts cutting into their stomachs.
Surprise! Roll an investigation check.
Would, I don't know, survival or perception help?
Perception would help in investigation.
4.
You don't find shit.
It's all brown sludge to me. Okay.
Laney's like, well, I could use some of its mandibles, or like in the antennas.
Great.
You got my sword. You want to do that then?
He hands it back.
Fine, I'll do it. She proceeds to cut off antennas and...
That's disconcerting. Look away.
Bardolph goes and checks out the anthill. Makes sure that it's collapsed to his satisfaction.
It seems collapsed and like there's a big sinkhole now where the anthill was.
Okay. Ants are not known for collecting shiny things.
Nope.
Lady, could you please cut at the joints? I hear the crunching of the chitin. Lol.
I don't... Okay. You guys are just big babies.
Pull out my survival knife and help her. Chester! Which he's like, way back.
Yeah, Chester... It takes Chester a few minutes to get to you guys. But you just hear boing boing as he comes running towards you guys, just happy as ever to see you. Although you don't know...
Blade. You were saying we don't know how he's happy because he has no face?
Yes, but you know he's happy. He's a very happy chest.
Poke and pry.
You managed to get, between all the ants, there were a few damaged. You get, 4 sets of antennas.
Okay, I'll put that down.
Because I'm assuming it's all going in Chester.
Sure. He can handle it. As I recall, he's no longer full. What was it that we put in there that filled him up?
I don't think we filled him. I know you had you had a...
Oh, that's right. He was just having a hard time swallowing the entire bear pelt at once.
Yeah, because he was...
The bear pelt and the whole deer.
Yeah.
Which we should be cooking that tonight.
Yes.
I forget that thing can basically is essentially a bag of holding with a mouth and a tongue. It's sometimes...
And 4 little cute Triceratops legs.
I know, he's so cute. She just pets him on the top of his little trunk, and he's just like...
Attention, whore. Alright.
He's mad because you're not the one getting pet.
You want to do some hard petting later? Let me know. Till then, let's go.
Yes, let's please leave this place of atrocities of insectoid kind, please.
Aerith on your back just leans over and goes, "Are the two of them always like that?"
Unfortunately, yes.
Maybe we should just lock them in a tent so they can get it over with.
It's not a very paladinly thing to... He mutters under his breath because he can hear them.
Yeah, he can. He can hear them.
Yeah, probably would be for the best.
You guys head back to Morrigan, covered in your... everyone basically covered in ant guts.
I'm not covered in ant guts. Not only was I nowhere near the ant guts, I also didn't get any kills.
That's true.
I just did most of the fucking damage.
I only got covered in ant guts because of the paladin.
Yeah. Well, you also ate some ant, so... Like, your legs are probably covered in ant guts.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You guys head back to Morrigan, and she's standing there in spider form.
Ah, what's that?
That's
Oh,
Morgan.
oh, I'm sorry. Should I have been in my other form? I'll change back. Sorry, sorry, sorry. And
Uh,
you watch as she reverts back in, which is unsettling to say the least, back into her human form.
Bardolph whispers very quietly to the Rose Knight. I'm gonna have nightmares about that.
That is unsettling.
Weber's transformation is somehow much more smooth and less freaky.
And actually, you guys had seen her in spider form, I think. 'Cause she did she do combat with you guys? Because you fought the giant ants the first time.
Yeah, but like it's startled him. It comes around a tree and bam, giant spider.
True. Lainey's just like, ugh. So,
now you know how I felt whenever you were chopping through that ant's shite and just.
so, how'd it go? You look as if you fought a lot.
Uh, we're all doing fairly well.
Does the phrase "fire in the hole" mean anything to you?
Not really.
Well,
We managed to destroy the nest with a human-made explosive device, I think those are called.
Incendiary, but yeah.
bomb.
Yeah,
Bartle
that too.
says, still in wolf form and gesturing broadly with his hand.
I thought bombs were used to treat achy joints.
Not bulb. Bomb.
Oh,
Well, that's good. I do have the gold that was promised. She
Right.
holds out a sack full of coins.
Just take it with my two front legs and just kind of.
Swipe it from Weber because he has no fucking idea what coins are worth.
No, my shiny.
What?
Actually, if anyone should count it, it should be one of us. Because he's right. You have no fucking idea the worth of coins.
But they're shiny.
Spider greed.
Yep. Mhm.
Hey, look, a distraction.
Fine. I'll still hold the bag, but you can count them.
You know
Okay.
you're gonna have to pass them out, right?
I'll cross that painful bridge when I have to.
Yeah. So Weber is not the treasurer of this group. Just gonna throw that out there.
Okay, I am, I guess. Old school, doing everything on paper out of a journal. Okay, how much moolah total or each?
Each.
Okay, so we could just all add. We divide it there and then, and we could all add it to our monies
Yep.
faster that way. And if I was a 2, carry the 1. Oh, okay. 32.
So that's actually about how much you paid for the ring, I think.
You know, I forgot I had the ring.
I didn't.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, it wasn't like they could have hit you anyway.
Yep. The ring increases my defense by
Yep.
1.
Yep.
Which luck ignores all that shit.
Yep.
Hot damn. Damn. I accidentally min-maxed too much.
Maybe a little.
So he feels kind of bad about having all the shiny. Just a little bit. And he notices that Lady typically gets, like, nearly killed every time she goes into battle. He remembers his quote from earlier. Well, he remembers himself saying, she's going to die. Let's ditch her.
Right.
So he takes off his ring of protection and he hands it to her. It's like, here.
What is this?
It is something I spent a lot of money on, he says. Obviously, pretending to be in pain.
She kind of gives him this look of,
It's a ring of protection. Don't get any ideas, he says.
I was hoping that it. Right. She puts it on. Thanks. Why? I mean, not that I'm not appreciative, because I am.
Prefer that you not die because Weber invited you.
You know, the way you were talking, I was under your wing.
Well, I mean, now you are, but it's not my fault. But now, since you are my responsibility, I think you should have this. Don't make me take it back.
Thank you. She puts it on.
Wait, so Lainey following us is my fault now?
It's always
So
been your
it's-
fault.
Well, I mean, you did invite me. So.
Yes, but that doesn't make me liable for your injuries.
No, I'm liable for her injuries. I'm the official adventurer. You guys are all like novice adventurers, apprentice adventurers, if you will.
That's what
Except the
we call
Rose
it.
Knight. I think she may have more experience than even me.
I have had several years of training and various years of travel under my belt, although not as many as others because I am fairly young, but
So we'll call it even. But she doesn't have an official adventurer's charter like I do. Somewhere. I left it somewhere. I'll find it even.
thank you very much for helping. Those ants being gone will help greatly, and it'll keep the humans from coming into the forest to find the ants.
Yeah, benefits everyone.
Yeah, because the spiders don't go bothering the humans, well, except for in human form. And the ants just go into town sometimes and cause all kinds of havoc.
Bardolph kind of like looks at his party. Well, looks at everybody but Weber because Weber's obviously having a conversation. At the whole, the spiders don't bother the humans much. Well, except in their human form. And I'm like, yep, exactly.
But I thank you very much. We don't normally part with the shinies, but I hope that was enough.
Well, judging
Yeah.
from the look on everyone else's faces, I would say so.
Okay.
Bardolph is like smacks his lips like to kind of keep the drool in check.
Anyway,
That was worth it.
Do try to take care of yourself, Morgan.
I'll try. Be safe out there. Don't die or anything.
Well, with all the fighters in my party ganging up on one target, leaving me to fend off any others, well, I really appreciate that wish of luck.
It's not our fault you have a death wish and like to charge and charge ahead of everyone else.
Up an anthill.
Well, I didn't want either of you getting bitten in the back, so I had to.
Are we headed out, or are we headed back to town? I'm assuming we're headed
I've-
out.
There a river near
Yes.
here.
Yes, not too far from here. About a 30-minute trek that direction. And she points in the opposite direction of town and a little bit further away from the anthill.
What about like in relation towards north, which is where we're heading?
Yeah, 30 minutes towards the direction of which you're heading.
Well, lady, you can have a bath in the river and everything will be good.
Oh, that would be amazing. Because, yet again, I am covered in ant guts.
I think you're starting to like it.
Ugh. No, I am not. Ugh.
Get a
In any
towel out.
event, you
out of
could
chest.
use the bath.
What?
The ant guns make you smell dreadful.
Yeah, I imagine they don't smell pleasant. What were you saying?
Get a like just open chest and reach in and grab a towel and hand it to her.
Thank you.
Get a hand towel and throw it to the Rose Knight.
Thank you.
You know, for polishing purposes.
Thank you. She wipes the ant gut off the front of her armor. Because, it mainly just kind of comes off the armor. Maybe I should get shiny armor that ant guts will fucking just slide off of.
Given how you do have a habit of it, I would recommend that.
Just get an enchanted item that's like, I don't know, Ring of Anti-Slime or something. Choker of Gore Displacement. I ran into one of those. It doesn't do what you think it does.
I don't
It was
want-
so bad.
I do not want to know any of that story. Let's go to the fucking stream. And I can mix up. Oh my god, I can finally mix up my potion and get rid of this. And she just grabs her hair. Oh,
Am I the only one that likes the red? Is it just me? Okay, it's just me.
oh, I didn't. Okay, what does everyone prefer? I'm just curious.
The brown does seem to suit you better,
So red it is.
but that copper is quite shiny.
But it takes Bardolph like half a second to really understand what happens, and then he just starts roaring.
Still, that copper hair, very shiny.
So,
Just in
Brown.
human form, turn and just stare at Lainey's hair.
So, Brown. Brown. Okay. Maybe I
It's
should.
your hair.
Look pleadingly at the Rose Knight.
I actually do agree that I have not seen you in other hair color, but red is a unique color and suits you. Fine, I'll keep it red for a while. Plus, we're going into territory where no one knows me, so.
Bardolph pulls out a hunk of meat and starts eating while they walk.
Oh, is that raw meat?
No, I smoked it before I put it in Chester.
Oh, okay. Is he still in wolf form?
Yep, because changing clothes is too much effort right now.
You guys go about 30 minutes and travel to the stream.
As Bardolph walks, his tail swings. The opposite direction of whatever foot's coming out. Happy Bardolph.
I'm gonna have to use the stream as well. Got a few ant guts on my back.
So, the girl's on one side and the guy's on the other. No peeking.
Wolf's honor, he says with a left-handed salute.
For my part, I will promise not to peek. In fact, I'll even switch into human form to reduce the number of potential eyes.
Potential eyes?
Yes. The potential eyes upon them would reduce from a total of 8 to 2. How you get along with only 2 eyes is beyond me. I find it infuriating myself.
I personally don't care either way, but I'm also used to sharing an area with men, so you get used to it.
Bardolph has nothing to say to that and just continues on his merry way, munching on some smoked meat.
I think this is more in for consideration of Lainey's sense of dignity.
Please just agree with me, because I understand. You guys get to the stream and you head to your different ends of the stream, and you bathe.
Bardolph finally changes. Well, he takes off his wolf clothes and he goes swimming around in wolf form for a bit.
Okay.
Then he can shake it off. Shake all the water out of his fill whenever he gets. Oh yeah, that's the stuff.
You guys see coming out of the stream area is Lainey, and then Rose Knight out of armor. She's basically wearing like underclothes.
Would it be bad to say wolf whistle?
I see why you wanted to bathe elsewhere. Yeah, that.
If you wanted real privacy, you could have went around the bend.
And I'm not unclothed, I'm just in my underclothes.
Yes, that is a fact that has not been lost on me, he says, getting dressed himself. Weber, why do you look so uncomfortable in there?
Spiders don't swim, but a nice refreshing bath is always a welcome thing. Plus, it just struck me how shabbily constructed those clothes look. I say, looking over at Lainey and Lady Aerith.
Hey, I made my clothes. Thank you very much.
Yes, but why use such a cheap material?
That really makes a lot of sense now that I think about it, Bardolph says.
And
he goes and steps behind a tree and proceeds to shift and catch his human clothes from Chester and get dressed.
Seriously, why not use silk or something like that?
Because that shit's expensive.
And heavy.
Yeah. And my clothes are mainly for protection from the armor itself, because you do not want to wear plate mail without something underneath it, because ow.
Mm-hmm.
Armor's overrated. You should learn to dodge.
Right. Like how you learned to dodge.
Yeah, exactly.
Onto your ass.
Did they hit me? No! He kind of scratches the top of the scar over his eye. Anyways.
It is getting
dark.
We should make camp.
Chester, camp mode.
She's already tied her horse to the tree.
Wait, we had a horse the whole time?
Yeah, she had brought her
horse. What the
already.
fuck was I walking for? There's a horse.
It's my horse.
You weren't using it?
Anyway, I will be
I'm
using
just
her.
giving you a hard time. Just lighten up. Don't take everything seriously. This is a good day. We killed some ants. Nobody died. Actually, nobody's really even hurt except me. I'm still bleeding. Just ripped the stitches in the same damn arm. Other than that,
Hold. Do you need me to take care of the arm again?
no, thank you.
Uh,
You obviously didn't do it right in the first place because they ripped.
It was because you got munched by an ant in that same spot. It is not my fault.
Look at Weber.
I have to agree with Laney on this one.
Ah,
Ha!
sell out.
Yes, whatever
Fine.
earns me more coin.
You don't even know. Fucking spiders, man.
Get over here and give me the suture.
Actually, I think I'm out of suture kits. Chester.
Bah.
Yep. No more thread, just needles.
Give me a minute, I'll make you some silk thread.
I don't know
Okay.
if you want that, but okay.
You do realize you're wearing a cloak made of the same material, yes?
That's the point.
And I will have you know,
Hypocrite.
Shut
I
up.
will have you know that it is meticulously and surgically clean. A traveling apothecary confirmed as much, and actually kind of huff and turn my nose up at Laney as I walk into the forest to turn into a spider.
Whatever. I do. There's a reason we keep that old fodder.
I must say, the battle was. You all are quite capable fighters.
Even lady, she can smash bugs. Who'd have thunk it?
Heh. I can also smash faces, but. You know.
Yeah, right. If you can reach my face.
Fuck off.
Shortstop.
Barlow.
So, yeah, he's like setting up the tent while he's bad mouthing lady. Because apparently that is his new hobby and pastime. To make fun of the red in the party.
Is this how you always act towards one another? I can't tell if you hate one another or if you're in love. Oh. Ugh.
You're funny.
Oh.
Love.
Ugh. Lady just looks like she's gonna throw up.
Okay, so we have a slight problem. We have 4 people, and I only have a tent that fits 2.
That's fine. I actually have a personal tent.
Of course you would. I'll help you set it up, he said.
Thank you very much.
Here's that thread for your suture, I say, tossing Laney the silk thread.
Thank you. Over here
Right.
first, Wolf Boy, and then you can set up the tent.
I like fancy tents.
I'll wait
They're
for
colorful. You shouldn't. It's getting dark.
you. True. You'll still get to see the tent regardless.
Yeah. However, since, everybody else is busy, you mind getting the firewood?
Right. It'll give me a chance to find a spot to go sleep as well.
Ouch.
You're such a baby.
Ow.
Calm down. It doesn't hurt that bad.
Hurts. It hurts almost as much as the hit did.
Hush. So,
Ow.
one more day, right?
Yep.
So if we're
I can already feel it. Ow.
So if we're in town, should we stay outside of it just in case? Or should I
I don't know. Like, good luck. Good luck keeping me out of the town. The 3 days time.
Oh, that's right. I'll find a way to keep you out of the town if I have to. What?
Good luck with that, he says. You have a pavilion tent? That poor horse. That's a lot of everything to carry around for just a tent.
Oh, I don't quite have a walking bag of holding. So,
Yes, not everyone can be as lucky.
that is a unique creature?
Nope, he's not a creature. He's
Oh.
a construct.
Well, he's an awful
He thinks
cute.
he's a creature.
as he's rubbing up against a tree.
The fuck?
Like rubbing his back up against a tree. It's an
Just-
awful cute construct.
just Bartle just shakes his head, like runs his fingers through his hair. Is like, oh my, that thing, all the time.
Don't act like you haven't used it to pick up chicks. It's kind of like a dog.
It's never occurred to me.
Oh no, I've given you ideas. Oh shit.
Okay, thanks for the help.
Ugh.
You can help the Rose Knight. I'll help Weber.
Right.
He goes running off into the woods in a random direction because he doesn't know where the fuck Weber is and probably doesn't care all that much.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody cares about Weber.
Oh no.
You're getting firewood. I remember what happened last time you got firewood in a game. I don't want to be anywhere near you.
I mean, there's no one for him.
How do I know? You're the DM. You're the omniscient one.
He just found a random person to get firewood with.
Uh,
No, you
Weber
guys.
is now Morgan's new stepdad.
Oh, gross.
hot mom syndrome.
You guys find the firewood without actually bumping into one another, and
Return to camp and build the fire then. Though
Yes,
instead of
but-
his usual sort of typical old man smile, he's kind of straight-faced and kind of a more contemplative expression on his face.
yeah, you guys get back about the same time.
What is an old man smile? What is an old man smile? I don't know why. Every time I think about that, I think about Herbert the Pervert from Family Guy.
I don't quite think,
Definitely not that.
but yeah, you said
Okay.
you look contemplative and stoic.
Mhm. Yeah, Weber's kind of lost in thought at the moment.
God, you could fit a horse in this tent. It's amazing.
It's not that. Well, yes, that's actually the point of it.
Do you have an arbor standing here?
Yes.
That's cool.
Gotta keep the
Oh,
armor
well.
clean, I guess.
Arbor, useless. It means you're not skilled enough to avoid getting it. That's what it means.
Do you want to test that theory?
Bets are now open.
He's just kind of like, yeah, never know.
Perhaps later then.
Yeah, just don't do anything even vaguely suggestive for the next 3 days.
What? That wasn't suggestive in any way, shape, or form.
Oh no, it's starting already.
Oh, fuck. Ugh. Lainey just looks at you and goes, Weber looks something. Go talk to Weber.
Okay. So he sits down next to Weber, like starts warming his hands by the fire. Hey, Weber.
Hey, Bardolph.
Hey. He looks up at the nearly full moon. Is like, pretty night.
I suppose it is. Though the air here isn't as fresh as back home.
Is it? Well, okay, I know one forest isn't the same as another, but it's pretty close, right? Spiders don't have noses. How would they know if the air is clear?
We do have a sense of smell, otherwise that would be apparent on our human form.
Huh.
It's just that it's more akin to a human level sense of smell. What we really have is a delicate sense of touch. We feel vibrations far better than any other.
Okay. You're in the wrong profession. You need to be a safe cracker. We are going to find a safe one of these days. And you're going to help me get into it. And we'll split the shiny.
Might be nice.
Okay, I can't sit still anymore. I've got to go. He just like starts unbuttoning his vest and then his shirt, just throws them at Chester as he walks off into the woods.
Shit.
Alone in the dark, shifting.
Shit. Webby, Laney comes out of the tent. I don't know if we
I-
should let him alone in the woods.
Want I should go track him down?
I just don't want him to do anything stupid. I mean, I know it's not the full moon yet. It's just he said it already started, as he was basically telling the Rose Knight not telling, Aerith not to make any suggestions, which I was not. I have you mind.
Right, go keep an eye on him. Wasn't really gonna sleep much tonight anyway.
Someone's got to keep guard, so no, I'll go after him.
No, trust me, it's alright.
Okay, probably less likely to attack you.
A giant spider, creepy old man, Little Red Riding Hood. Man, there's a not good odds for anybody.
No?
Nope.
Well,
Well, if he does tend towards his base instincts, I have a better chance of being able to deal with him, because if he gets violent, I can just web him up.
that's true.
If you can shoot web, how come you didn't do that before? Sorry. Maybe that would have been nice to know or use in combat, Brent. You can shoot web? That's awesome.
That is a good point. You could shoot web.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have
Next
to.
time.
Yeah, we'll have to do that next time. Okay, go find him and bring him back.
Right.
I can smell everything.
Word of warning, Laney, I say as I start shifting into Spider.
Ugh. Should I go with perhaps? I mean, right, you go on. We'll finish setting up dinner and everything.
Right, I'll bring him back. Whether or not I have to web him up to keep him from doing anything stupid, well, we'll have to see.
Okay, you walk into the woods looking for a wolf man, which honestly wouldn't be too hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
Except for that, he's got all black fur,
True.
and he's naturally stealthy-ish, and it's dark.
Scuttle from treetop to treetop, looking for him.
Okay.
Bardolph is just like enjoying the sensation of like running through the woods at night, which he hasn't done in a long time. You know, like the wind in his fur and the various scents that he'll occasionally just stop and just like sniff the air and figure out, oh, okay, so this happened.
It takes you roughly about 5 to 10 minutes, but you see him running through the woods, sometimes on I would imagine sometimes on two legs, sometimes he would get on all fours, I would imagine.
If he can beast run, then yeah, he would. He would if it was necessary. But right now, he hasn't completely lost his shit, so he tries to walk bipedally. Now on the full moon, he's probably gonna be on all fours.
Yeah. You see him running through the woods.
Just follow from the treetops, just to keep a watch on him.
Raccoon, I will catch you. You burglar, thief! You stole my jerky.
How did I end up adventuring with this group? I muttered to myself.
Okay. You guys run a little ways till you get to Bardolph. You smell livestock.
Oh, puff. What kind?
Sheep.
Oh, we're in trouble. Oh no, he says, and he's like backing away from the spell while his head is doing the, dog investigating a scent on the air thing. He's like, oh no, not this time, no. But I love sheep.
You're hearing this from the treetops.
No, he's like, he's kind of like digging his claws into his scalp a little bit.
Spit web into his face.
Yeah, he starts like swiping at it, just like clawing, trying to get it off.
Pounce on him and proceed to just start rolling him up in web.
That's a little much, but okay.
Weber, there's Button, Weber, fresh Button right over there.
You.
You're
They wouldn't.
yowling.
They wouldn't even know.
Uh, due to his loud yowling, just web his muzzle closed.
Oh, aw. You guys get back to camp with him webbed up. I'd imagine still whimpering.
Yeah.
Oh, what did he try to do?
He kept shouting about fresh mutton.
At least undo his muzzle. I can't handle the whimpering, and she cuts it with her sword. I didn't cut you.
That was close. Just maybe.
We were worried about you. We were worried about you, damn it.
I was looking for a midnight snack. Almost found one.
What was he yelling about, you said, Weber?
Fresh mutton. And how they wouldn't even notice if one went missing.
You can't go after a flock of sheep.
Like he struggles against the webs a little bit. I mean, out of this, it's sticky.
I'm only gonna let you out of it, so you guys. I think someone else should take watch other than you.
Me? No, I'm perfect. Perfect watchman. I've got ears and nose that can see. And smell
if an
for
animal
meat.
comes into camp and you get
I'll
distracted
eat it.
and chase it,
No, I'll just eat it. It won't have a chance to run.
if a person comes into camp,
Oh, no. I don't know. I'd have to think about that.
no watch duty
Eat it?
for you.
Eat the person?
Don't
No.
eat the person.
Looks at the rose knight? No.
No, you don't eat
Don't eat the person?
people. That's. What is wrong with you? You seem.
Wild, he says. I imagine his eyes catch the firelight and reflect.
Yeah. You seem off. You didn't seem as crazed as before.
It's a good night. Ugh.
She takes a minute and a flicker of recognition comes over her face. Oh, she looks up at the sky. Right. I was warned about that. Oh, stop the whimpering. If you promise to go straight to bed, you wolf motherfucker. I can't believe I am about to fucking say this. I will be your fucking kettle buddy if you go to sleep.
Deal.
What? I'm not doing this. And she cuts the web. She's like, the things I do.
He spends like 15 minutes picking the webs meticulously off of him, and he still misses big patches of it.
She's picking the webs off of him. I suppose that would make us on watch duty then. She looks at Weber.
I suppose so.
Weber!
Hmm?
Hi.
Go back to staring at the fire, kind of blank face, glassy-eyed.
I don't think Weber's okay.
Me neither, but I'm not exactly in mind to do anything about it.
Right.
And last time I tried to do something about it, basically backfired for everyone.
What was that? You mean get the hooker?
Yeah. Well, okay. Oh.
Bed.
Oh, but the fire is so pretty. Look at it. It's like alive.
Bed.
Fine. He goes and she shifts back into human form as he crawls in there.
And I'll
scratches at his hair.
I'll do as I promised. And she climbs into the tent and nestles next to him.
Okay, he's not very much in control of himself, so he's not exactly likely to behave himself.
Ah, no, stop! That is my ass that you were groping.
Oh, sorry. Didn't notice.
Fucking, what did I? You're not the worst person to. The worst person to cuddle with, I suppose. My sister kicked. And he's out. As that him immediately fall asleep.
Yep.
As you're sitting there at the fire, Aerith sits next to you. So, do you prefer to take first or second watch?
I'll take the first watch, and then I'll go find some place to sleep.
Right. I do not know you all that well, but I am good at reading people. Is there something that seems to be troubling you?
Just some questions that I have to ask myself.
Well, I do not know if this is out of turn, but do you mind telling me? I know I do not know you well, but I know that sometimes speaking it out loud to others can help situations.
Yeah, it's more a result of me growing up, I guess, and accepting the reality of my current situation.
Well, I would imagine you've grown up quite a long time ago, but
Yeah, well, I still have a tendency to dream.
dreaming isn't always a bad thing.
For spiders, it can be a bit painful.
I don't think it should be painful for anyone. I suppose I do not know the situation in which you speak of.
It's a question of, do I continue knowing that I will fail some of what I promised to do? Or do I accept total failure and simply leave things as they are now?
I would say that even if you know that there is at least one thing you cannot do, it would be better to accomplish the best that you can as opposed to giving up, because even doing a little can help regardless, while doing nothing will cause no good and will not help at all.
I suppose that is a good perspective to have, but
what is it you seek out to do? Maybe with more enlightenment I can help a bit better.
5 years ago, my wife passed.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Her dying wish was that I fulfill the dream that I gave up to actually help build her dream.
And what was that?
Be an adventurer, I suppose.
Well, you seem to be doing that quite well, but I would imagine that's not the part you're worried about failing.
The first dream that I gave up was to find the first story ever written and who authored.
Oh.
But I then settled just for adventuring and doing things that no other spider has done.
What?
See the ocean. Behold the sunrise from the top of the mountain before the world around me sees it.
Well, the finding the first story is not... It is a lofty goal, but I don't see why adventuring would be the worst thing.
The part that I know that I will fail is the part that she asked for me to do so in the company of one I loved.
Oh. I would imagine you would find it very hard to find someone else. I could see why you would be afraid of failing that.
I thought I might have found one, but the one I
Oh.
found was completely repulsed by me.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Not everyone can see past a outward appearance and see into the prince inside the beast.
Well, truth be told, all they would find is a monster, truth be told.
Well, that's not... You don't seem like a monster. You seem fairly nice to me.
And that is what makes me more dangerous than other giant spiders.
Well,
I have enough sentience to know how to survive amongst humans, but I still have that cold-hearted demeanor to where I feel nothing for killing other sentient beings, or even consuming.
That is a bit disconcerting, but as I had told your dear wolf friend, I am fairly good at determining good and evil in people, and you do not seem evil to me. But
I suppose it is good to hear that from someone who appears to be a holy knight, but I've seen myself for what I am, and I will make no bones about it.
As long as you are
I can tell you the difference between humans of varying fitness. I can tell you that wolf folk taste horribly bitter and are only marginally better than trolls and goblins. I can tell you that rabbit folk are actually somewhat sweet in their taste.
That is interesting knowledge.
It's monsters are not inherently evil, from what I can tell.
They are
It's
not.
just to what depths is the monster willing to go in order to survive that makes it truly a monster.
And I
If it's,
find that sometimes people can be greater monsters than monsters. You would be surprised the
I have not met.
depths of depravity that people will go to. There's
Hmm.
actually a story of a mansion not too far off from here, of a man who, an ugly, horrid man who would marry women and they would mysteriously go missing. And he wanted to marry one of the daughters of his neighbor, who had 3 daughters, and the youngest one got forced to marry him, and she was given a key to the mansion and told she could explore anywhere but the basement. And he went off on a visit, and of course, as people are, she was curious and investigated the basement to find that it was completely flooded with blood and that the bodies of his missing wives were on hooks on the walls.
Hmm.
The woman did corral her siblings to kill the man, and she inherited the mansion and remarried, and things were better for her, but that shows the depravity of people. I believe his name was Bluebeard, I think.
Hmm.
But
I guess I am fortunate never to have met a human like that.
I would say you are.
But it's a curious thing to wonder about. What is it that makes a sentient being a monster?
Their behavior.
Yes, but is it how they are treated? For instance, many of the spiders that I met that many would consider monsters who enjoyed attacking humans did so because their nests were destroyed by humans.
Well, some do act out of malice because of things that happen to them, and some do just because they can. Like for instance, they say that Maleficent did what she did because she was not invited to the royal wedding, which was or the coronation, which was considered quite the slight. Whether that was a bit of an overreaction, I think so, but and
Still, all it can take is something as small as that to turn a normal person into a monster. Even then, I can't quite shake off my own monstrous tendencies.
well, not
I
every.
don't think Bardolph and Laney recognized it at the time, but before we got to the town where we met you, I was jostled awake whenever a bear wandered into our camp by Bardolph. And in order to wake me up properly, he threw a pine cone at me, and it hit my top hat.
That's probably not. You shouldn't throw things at people to wake them up. It's not quite proper etiquette, and especially if the person keeps a weaponry underneath their bedding, they might stab you.
Well, he couldn't have known
In
it.
Bardolph's defense, folks, if he would have went over to Weber, then the bear would have charged. They would have all been mauled together. At least this way, Bardolph had a chance to fight off the bear if it decided to come into camp.
But
Still, whenever that pine cone hit my hat, it caused me to fly into a bit of a rage. He
I've
couldn't have known, but this hat is a sentimental gift. And before Bardolph or Laney could even reach for their weapons, I'd pounced upon the bear and killed it.
well, it's better the bear than them, I suppose. But a lot of people of all kinds have trouble controlling themselves and nature. I've seen people fly into rages for small things. I do not think that you are in any way a evil or bad person. You just are. I don't think that there's anything wrong. And well, hopefully I can help you with your quest on finding the first story. I do not know if I can stick around much longer after the castle, but hopefully we can find at least some leads.
Thank you. That is quite kind of
You are very welcome. That is what I do. I help people. That is my job.
Go ahead and get what rest you can, and I'll wake you whenever it's time for your watch.
Thank you. Okay, she heads to sleep, and your watch.
Hopefully, we don't wake up as a liquid.
Yeah.
We have a possibly serial killer spider in a top hat watching over us. Holy shit. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I wish I was awake.
I mean, we also have a sleeping wolf man who's like just wants to terrorize things.
No. Just wants to live life.
You roll a d6 for me.
Alright. That is a 1.
Oh, well, shit. Your watch goes fairly uneventfully. Nothing seems to happen, and as your watch comes to an end, you wake up Aerith, who's not in her armor, obviously, because you don't sleep in that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Is it time for watch already? She yawns and...
Afraid so.
Well, hopefully nothing eventful happens.
Hopefully. Anyway, I'll be just a little bit outside of camp soon.
Right. I will scream bloody murder if something happens.
Right.
Don't throw pine cones, though.
At least not at the top hat.
Right. I'll throw it at your face.
I was aiming for the face.
Honestly, that would probably be preferable. And with that, wander off into the forest to go leave myself a web to sleep on.
Okay, the sun begins to rise.
Ah!
Huh?
Bardolph wakes up with the sun. Come on.
What? What? Huh?
Whoosh! He's out of the tent.
Oh.
He's like getting dressed. He's
Ugh.
pulling out like all of the food, heating all of the food.
You like nearly threw me onto the ground.
We slept on the ground. It's a ground tent.
No, I
He
know,
says,
but like you practically shoved me.
sorry.
It's okay. If I'm gonna agree to this, don't be rough. Fairies, damn it. Not that. Oh, I really need to retreat.
Skillet!
What?
Jester! Fucking construct, wake up! Reach in there and dig around, grab the skillet, take some of the raw meat and throw it on the skillet with some salt. Come on, it's not bacon, but it'll do. It's venison. Venison's good. Huh? Yeah? You like venison?
I do.
Okay.
Are you going to be alright? I know Is it going to affect you for, you said 3 days?
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, come on, cook fast. Damn it, the fire's cold. He brushes off. He's like, run out of firewood. Only grab enough wood for one night. No one thinks about it. Cooking breakfast in the morning. Amateurs. I'm stuck with a bunch of amateurs, Chester.
Calm down, Wolf Boy.
Don't tell me to calm down. Don't tell me to calm down. Breakfast is... it's
You
cold.
said Weber what?
Weber is still asleep on his web.
I called not in on waking him up.
Takes piece of firewood, pokes the web.
I wouldn't do that if I were... Oh, he's
Immediately
already done
scuttle at eye level with Bardolph, looking like there might be something to eat in my web.
Bardolph's eyes cross. Yikes! Drops the firewood and jumps back.
This is why I said not it.
Nobody was home. He points at Weber. Nobody was home. I saw that look.
No, it's just you. I thought there might have been something tasty in my web.
I'm making breakfast. Breakfast is venison. He kind of like tries to make it sound appealing and just like jazz hands a little bit. Nope. Okay,
Just-
firewood.
Just groggily walk over to Chester. Raw venison, would you?
He looks at you, Bardolph, with the look of, should I?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Take the piece of raw venison and just bite into it and start drinking all the fluids out of it.
Ugh.
Saves time, I suppose.
Yeah. Do you eat raw meat?
Huh?
Do you eat raw meat?
Yeah.
You always see you cooking it.
Oh, there's good reasons to cook, It kills like worms and other bad things. And sometimes it makes it taste better.
Ruins the flavor.
Yeah,
It
well,
depends. It depends.
not all of us have the stomach to eat raw meat.
Yeah, not all of you have the teeth for it either.
That is also a true statement. I picked a very interesting time to start traveling with your group, haven't I?
Don't you know it, sister?
Well, I will say at the very least these 3 days will be entertaining.
Too interesting for my taste.
I'm gonna let that one pass.
I didn't. You really have to pick your words like super carefully for the next 3 days. Because he already takes everything as a sexual innuendo.
I mean, I don't really take it that way. Let you know that could be taken. It's different. Oh no, it's burning! Flip it! Ah, it's stuck!
Right.
Pulls out the knife, scrapes it off, flips
Hey.
it over. Oh.
Also, if I'm going to agree to the cuddling, no ass grabbing.
Huh? I never said I was sorry.
I know.
He looks away. I'm not saying sorry again. Looks away.
No, I know. Just, another further warning.
All right, you lot wake me whenever camp has been cleaned up.
Knobs.
You guys eat your food and
He's got a steaming hunk of venison that he just it's like ripping chunks of it off. He's got it skewered on a knife while he goes around and pretends to help break camp.
although he's more like squirrel, squirrel, squirrel.
Yeah, probably. He's basically on cocaine.
He is going to be useless for the next 3 days. Hey, Weber.
I say, opening one eye.
We should probably. She's not looking at him. We should probably keep him away from town, or at least watch him like a hawk when he's in town.
Town. That sounds like a great idea. I love towns. You know what they have?
People.
Women and food.
Yes, food. You already want to screw anything with a pulse.
Food.
But no, we should watch him like a hawk when he's in town.
He's scratching he's using a tree as a back scratcher, and he looks like he is in ecstasy.
You
Right,
don't.
I think that will be more of your job, Lainey.
Why do I have to? Okay. Why?
Because the spider might eat me. I don't know why, but I don't trust him. He looks shifty.
We've traveled with him for a good few weeks now.
It's probably the legs, he says, using his fingers to illustrate.
Just take my 2 front legs and start mimicking Bardolph's imitation of a spider.
Oh God. Oh.
Bardolph laugh.
You've already volunteered for Bardolph duty, Lainey.
Oh.
Spiders
was
don't
the only-
and spiders do not expend energy unless there's benefit in it for them.
It was only to get him to not go after the sheep.
Chester!
Although-
Buddy!
And she mutters under her breath, although he is.
Eat the tent!
Cuddly.
Eat the tent! Eat the tent! Yeah.
Are you don't have a you don't ever have a time where you act like that, right?
Who is this addressed to?
Huh?
Who is this addressed to?
It's addressed to Weber.
No, mainly I just kind of get sleepy.
Oh, okay. I mean, I would deal with Sleepy over. I'm pretty sure he's taken lots and lots of hyperactive mushrooms from Wonderland.
Spiders get sleepy when it's cold outside.
Well, it's a good thing it's middle of summer.
So where's this
Yes.
town? Huh?
I'm pretty sure you have a map. It's
No.
actually not too far from here. It's about a half a day's travel.
It's not a real map. Well, let's get traveling. Come on, come on, come on.
Ugh, I have to watch him for the next 3 days.
Oh, come with me. He grabs the lady by the wrist
I-
and starts kind of like jogging through the forest.
Ah, and she mutters under her breath, as if it wasn't already difficult to fucking
Isn't it great?
resist.
There's life everywhere.
Yep,
The birds,
yep.
the bees, the birds and the bees,
Nope.
the squirrels.
Oh
Just
my God.
as I'm walking beside Aerith. And this much activity is why I'm willing to consider complete failure.
I wouldn't say that. It's not too bad. I mean, he'll get over it after the full moon is passed.
The owls, lady. They're finally back here, back home, tucked in, cuddled, just perfectly sized into the tree.
Right.
And the squirrels, those little taunting bastards.
Don't go chasing after squirrels, because especially in
Oh.
this form, it'll look really funny.
It's not a good idea. You don't chase squirrels. You have to outsmart them. They're not as smart as they think they are.
I must say, at the very least, it's entertaining.
I'd hoped that being an adventure would get me away from the noise. Otherwise, I could have stayed with the several hundred grandchildren.
Oh, that is right, grandchildren.
There's a noise adventure. It's quiet.
You can hear everything they're saying, can't you?
Can't you?
No.
You would think with ears that look that cute, they'd be more useful. He flicks one of them.
Her face turns bright red. Okay, I'm just gonna take all of this as you're in, like, extra wolf mode.
He sees a bird fly by and just like his eyes track it.
She mutters under her breath, "You are making this really, really hard right now."
Yeah, I get that a lot.
What?
He then runs off to investigate a porcupine.
Oh my God. Get back here. You just see Lady beeline for Bardolph. I think our previous topic discussion may happen without us needing it to.
Yes, probably.
Does he?
Ow! 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 They look fluffy, but they're not. They're not fluffy. I knew that. Oh, why did I touch it? Why?
Oh, you are ridiculous. Give me your hand. Give me your
Okay.
hand. Let me take the needle
Okay.
out.
Ouch. Okay.
You are ridiculous right now. Oh, why are you so fucking cute? Ugh.
Give me that back. I'm giving it back to him forcefully.
Don't give the
Have
porcupine.
at me, porcupine. I
They are.
can't see his straight face. I can't do it. So,
Hmm?
just imagine like 4 more hours of that as they make their way to jail.
Yeah. And Aerith is just like laughing the whole time, walking with Weber, just laughing at them.
Weber is actually going to pull out his journal and start talking to Aerith kind of about her story and transform into a spider so that way he can stably write in his journal.
Make sure
Around
to
her.
change back to human form before.
That's a pretty cool idea. I mean, I seriously doubt that a spider could hold a pencil, let alone write with it. But you're right. The gait would be so much smoother that it would be like not even
Mhm.
walking on.
Yeah.
Well, the little sticky, spiny hairs on the feet can rip just about anything.
Yeah, they really can. It's really crazy. They can do all sorts of cool stuff.
Yeah. So Spider.
If you were a tarantula, you could actually shoot the hair off of your butt,
Yeah.
Hmm.
I
like little spines.
no, I specifically said he had to be a rain spider because it's the only way I could imagine it without shuddering. Um,
Oh.
I actually grew up in a small village. I was kind of from an impoverished family.
Oh,
I worked my way up, doing the best I could, helping those I could, and I saved the prince from getting attacked in the woods outside my village.
I see.
And they
So that's
made
how you got noticed to be worthy of being a knight.
it is. It was. I chose to be a knight versus being a princess. Didn't suit me.
Barov like digs his heels in. It's like lets go of Lady's wrist so that she probably catapults past him. And
Ah!
he's with her. Princess, what?
Huh? You were listening the whole time.
Oh, I hear everything.
The
Oh,
prince offered me, wanted my hand, and I told him no.
Okay. Yeah, you made the right choice, lady. Long-term commitments are fucking deadly. He's like, lady, where'd you go?
I'm right here on the ground.
So that was his interjection. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
He's spazzing out.
I'd imagine he grabs Lainey off the ground that he threw her on, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
I chose to become a knight. I had always wanted to be. I had dreamed of being a knight since I was a kid, and I wanted to be specifically a rose knight, because while knights have the honor and they have the title, and rose knights stand for so much more.
Yes, I can understand that desire.
I know it's not the most grandiose of stories. I have not slayed a dragon or done such deeds as to slay giants. Though eventually I would like to find some magic beans.
A magic bean?
Yes.
Why would anyone enchant a bean?
You haven't heard the story of Jack and the Beanstalk.
Lady Aerith, I have lived almost all 80 years of my life in the heart of a forest.
Well,
The
Getting to hear
same patch of
stories.
trees.
Getting to hear stories was a bit of a luxury, which is why I have this, I say, and heft up my journal.
oh, the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. There was a boy who, and she basically tells you the story, which I assume you know the story of Jack and the Beanstalk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she tells you the story of Jack and the Beanstalk and the harp and all of its. Basically, what you probably take away from this story is there was lots of shiny in that giant's home.
And giants apparently live on clouds in the sky. And you can actually climb there.
The only thing that Weber caught was giant magical shiny harp.
Yep.
There's a giant magical harp. Is it somewhere up in the clouds?
Apparently. Well, actually, it was taken down and, if I remember correctly, sold. So it's somewhere here in Page.
Help me find it, please?
You wish to find a giant magical... I'll see what I can do. People have looked for it for years. It's kind of a missing relic.
Giant shiny magical harp.
Now you're starting to act like him.
Worthy quest. he just adds, holding up a finger, just like pointing straight up the sky, like the number one, just like worthy quest.
The harp is my favorite instrument.
I've noticed you have one attached to your hip, along with that little one on your shoulder. Has one as well. Hi!
Wow!
Oh, you are going to be insufferable for the next 3 days. 3 days.
Oh, look, I can't help it. Every time I hear that thing squeak, Imagine, as I see him play his little harp, I imagine that it's some kind of crazy ass solo. It's so cool. I
Uh,
can't help it.
uh,
I can't help it.
she mutters under her breath, this would be unbearable if you weren't adorable.
I'm gonna pretend like I didn't hear that because it's demeaning.
Oh, of course you heard that. Fucking wolf ears. Well, you are, so shut up.
Weather. He zooms
What?
over to Weather. Can I carry your Jeffrey?
Oh,
Why?
don't smush me.
Not smush. Just like let it ride on my shoulder.
He scuttles over on your shoulder. Away, Wolfman! You now have a tiny little drop spider on your shoulder.
Look at these tracks. An entire family of possum crossed the trail here. Oh, and over there? See the disturbed greenery?
I think fairies, we are close to the town.
I think
Oh,
he is more noisy than all 687 of my grandchildren combined.
That is quite an accomplishment. He is certainly something. I assume he's not always this rambunctious and ridiculous.
I'm
No, unfortunately,
hungry.
when I first met him, I thought he was sane.
Yeah. Not for these 3 days every month.
You're like a woman.
Everybody's got their cycles.
Spiders
Just
don't.
just out of play. Everybody's got their cycles. Spiders don't because they don't fucking live long enough. They just have a life cycle. Most of them die after mating.
Yeah, but yeah, you guys head towards you see the walls of the town.
Shift back into human form.
Smart move. Are you going to be able to stay in that form the whole time, Bardolph? You're not going to start crazy running into the in your wolf form at any point, are you?
Look at the she knight and be like, maybe.
I would suggest not. It's not I I don't believe that you would hurt anyone, but I don't believe that someone wouldn't hurt.
No, it wouldn't hurt a fly or even a little spider like this.
Hi. But I'm more worried about people hurting you. If
Ah,
they see a wolf,
ah,
some people aren't as amenable as I am.
I don't have to be. I don't have to shift. I don't have to. Don't want to. Don't want to shift. Yeah, like you said, it just complicates things. Who wants to be,
Um,
strong and alive and full of oh, that's
if
my
if
need.
you're going to need to run around in wolf form, we'll go to the woods,
Yay.
and I'll follow you to the woods. I'm
Put
apparently going to be babysitting
Jeffrey
you, huh?
put Jeffrey on Weber's shoulder and be like, that's probably not a very good idea.
Follow you into the woods. Someone's
Yeah.
got to make sure you don't do anything stupid.
Look, historically, wolves follow reds, not the other way around.
Well,
This is improper etiquette.
and I never said I was a
That's
proper red.
that is the extent of my argument. Oh, I love it whenever you say stuff like that.
Ah, oh, okay. Don't get the wrong ideas, Wolf Boy.
There are ideas.
There's not.
He's obviously like containing his energy as you guys get closer to town. He's like trying so hard to act normal that he's practically vibrating.
You're lucky that we're heading into a town that's a little more shifty.
Which one
Although
is this again?
it's Ashgrove.
Oh no. I have to ask everyone.
What?
He pulls out the little scrap of red.
Oh,
Maybe they've seen her.
that. That's right. You
I have
said
to
you
know.
had your friend, right?
Yeah,
He
something
told
like
you
that.
friend?
We were friends once.
You.
Excuse me, kind sir.
Hello? What?
Have you seen a bewitchingly beautiful red-haired damsel wearing a probably slightly tattered red cloak, much like this one here, but obviously not made of such stellar material. And she would happen to be a sorceress. Would you know anything about her?
Uh, I don't.
He's gonna give that same exact pitch to everyone he meets.
Roll an investigation check.
Okay.
I love Bardolph in the full moon. Oh my god.
Okay, so that was a 4. I don't have investigation, so I think it's just a 4.
Oh shit.
I mean, I have perception, but I don't think
That
that
doesn't help with
counts.
investigation.
Okay.
Is any Weber? Are you gonna help him with this?
Hmm. I think I'm actually going to just kind of mosey around the town to see if there's anything I can find that's worthwhile. Shops, items.
Uh, I think Lainey would probably help you with this, so you'd get a +2.
Plus what?
2.
Oh, good, succeed.
Yes, just barely.
Okay.
You do hear a little bit about the fiery red-headed red. Occasionally you get people pointing at Lainey. She's like, not me.
Obviously not that one. I haven't lost that one. I lost the other one.
And they're like, they mentioned her talking about ruins, and occasionally you hear someone say that she kept muttering something about Maleficent under her breath. That's about all the information you get.
That's enough. That's enough. He
So,
knows her. He knows where she's going or where she might be.
so I was right. She's probably at Maleficent's castle.
Well, I mean, it was kind of her idea to go raid it for magic shiny. Where's Wimmer? We need to go check out the local ruins. She might still be there. And there could be shiny. Wait. You know what? I don't have to choose. I can have both.
Weber, what exactly are you wanting to do around town?
Try to find a magic item shop. Something. So that way there's something that would make me a bit more capable in my human form.
Okay, there is a magic shop called Odds and Ends.
Alright. Go ahead and wander on in.
Okay, as you walk into the this whole village kind of looks a bit dingy. Like, it's seen some better days, but it's still like hustling and bustling. As you walk into the magic shop, you see there's things all over the place, things in glass cases, things in there's glass files everywhere, bits of what look like jewelry and weaponry, and you see an older gentleman stooped over with like wildly crazy hair with like goggles on the top of his head. What can I help you with? Can I help you? What can I help you?
Ah, sir, I was wondering if you had anything that might help me protect myself in combat.
Combat, like step things or not get hit by things.
I could use a better sword.
Well, we do have lots of things to stab people. Ha ha! And he just makes like a stabby motion.
Something light, one-handed,
Well,
possibly, preferably double-edged.
let me go look. And he starts rummaging through things, and you just see him toss things over his head. No, not it. And he's just tossing things over his head, and you have to dodge them occasionally. Huh?
Favorite shopkeeper yet.
Ah! Sword! Stabby things. Well, I got a couple stabby things. I got a short stabby thing and a long stabby thing.
And what is this long stabby thing?
And he pulls out a what looks to be a short sword, and as he unsheaths it, it's got a bit of a sheen to it. This is a +1 long sword, or a +1 short. It stabs things real well, and he makes more stabbing motions, but not with the sword.
So that's +1 to damage, but is it also +1 to hit in this system or not? Because that's the +1 in hit in this system is kind of like +2 to hit in
It's a +1 damage sword.
What's...
just depending on how awesome you want to make it. That's all.
Yeah, it's a +1 damage sword. I'm not
how
giving
much
you guys
damage
that crazy of magic stuff to start out with now.
How much damage does a short sword do?
Short sword does believe it's a D6, right?
Okay.
I may be
Yes, so it would do d6 plus 1 in this case.
Just for my knowledge, what kind of blade length?
blade length.
Yeah.
Oh God, what is a short sword's blade length?
That is a huge topic of discussion.
Yeah.
But Brent, the what is like the cutoff point, generally accepted cutoff point between short sword and say arming sword?
Well, short swords can be anywhere from dagger length to arming sword, so just kind of for average split the middle. So
Okay,
like
2
an
feet.
arming sword is about a 22-inch blade, whereas a long sword is like 30-inch. So for a short sword, let's call it like an 18-inch blade.
Okay. There you.
Unfortunately, this is a bit shorter than what I had.
Well, I mean,
Could you
you have
enchant
real
my...
big arms. You have real big arms, so most swords would be short.
That's funny because it's true.
Do you think you could enchant my sword?
Give it, give it, give it. Let me see, let me see, let me see.
Just pick up the cane that I'm walking on and hand it to him.
Oh, you want sword like that. Sword that doesn't look like sword, but is actually secretly stabby.
Yes, secretly stabby.
Ha ha! Hold on, hold on. And he goes and rumbles through his stuff again, is throwing things again. Secret stab, secret stab, secret stab. Aha! Secret stab. And he comes back with this long cane that is a little bit longer than yours, but with this like gnarled root knob at the top.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of looks like if a short wizard staff almost, but in a cane form. Secret stab.
May I see it?
Yes.
All right, so inspect this thing and see how it's a secret stab.
You look, and it is in fact a cane with a blade cane like yours.
Mm-hmm.
It is also a +1. Secret stab.
How much for this, sir?
50 gold.
50 gold. All right.
That seems about reasonable for a magic item. She whispers, you could probably talk him down a bit, though, if you are persuasive enough.
Just to Aerith, talking is one of the things I do best. Sir,
Yeah.
50 gold. 50 gold for, though, a rather excellent concealed blade. Don't you think that's asking a bit much?
Well, I mean, it takes a while to chant, and I roll persuasion.
All right. That is a modified 12.
Well, how does 40 gold sound?
40 gold. I suppose I can part with that.
It's good stabbing. I'm Eckert. Nice to meet
Pardon?
you. He said, I'm Eckert.
Ecker, Maximilian Weber. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Pleasure to meet you too, weird dude.
Hand him the 40 gold.
And he hands you the cane. Take care of the stabby.
I will.
Do you need anything else? Any other shinies? Any other weapons?
I should probably change up my fighting style to something a bit better. You wouldn't happen to have any bucklers, would you?
He goes and roots through some other things. Comes out with a small buckler shield. Here. No magic, though.
And how much for this?
5.
5 gold. Very well. Hand him the grand total 45 gold.
Ha! He takes the money. Is that it? That it?
That does it for me. Turn to Aerith. Anything that you can think you need?
No, I am plenty of fine. It was a pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet you, shiny lady. Shall we take our leave, I suppose?
Yes, I suppose so.
As you guys walk out, well, he was peculiar. I did not go into the magic shop last time I was here. Quite a shame.
Yes. Very interesting fellow.
Very much so. Maybe we should get the wolf and him to meet. I think it would be very amusing with him the way he is.
Mm, could be entertaining, but could also cause a lot of trouble.
That's true. We don't want him causing any disasters. What is Bardolph doing after he has gotten his information? Zach? Have we lost you?
Holy shit, I was talking for so long.
Oh no, I'm so
I
sorry.
was like laughing and commenting and shit, and it was okay. I'm probably good that I was muted. But um, yes. So after he's got his information, he's gonna go to the enchanter shop if there is one.
It would be the same magic shop.
Oh my god, here we go.
What are you wanting to get from the magic shop?
Service.
Specific?
I want to take this silk cord that I've had since the beginning of the game. It's so beautiful, and I want to get it enchanted with damage reduction. Straight up, whatever damage, minus this much damage.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You get to the magic shop, which is the odds and ends, and it looks even more like a hoarder's shop than I think the last magic shop you guys were in. And you see the man with the wiry hair as he's putting back the things that he just threw. Another one! Another one! Hi! How can I help you? What do you need?
Slap the cord on the table. Hello there, fine sir. Bardolph says, and this is like, wait a second, no, that's whoever. Let me try again. Hey, you, Scruffy here.
What do you need?
Can you enchant this with damage reduction?
Ooh, he looks at it, and he pops down his goggles. Ooh, magic shiny spider cord. Ooh, yes, I can do that. Give me 2 days. 2 days.
How much will it cost?
For you, time and time and time and ingredients. 50 gold.
Jester, pull out the bear pelt.
Ooh.
Surely this is worth at least 20 gold pieces.
Ooh,
I mean, it's perfectly intact. There's no stab marks, burn marks,
it hasn't
anything.
been treated though, or tanned, so I'll have to go and do that.
If you wanted to use it as a rug or leather, but you are an enchanter. We both know that it still has fresh blood on it, which is great for like nature and berserker style magic, and maybe some blood magic I've heard, but I don't know for
sure. It'll be worth 15. So 15 off of the 50. That's he watches his brain sort of skits for a second, like he's just like, what?
35.
There we
That's
go.
35.
There we go.
Okay, now pull out the antennas sets of antennas. 4 sets of antennas from giant ants.
Ants.
I'm not an alchemist or an enchanter, but she is an alchemist, and she says they can be used for all sorts of things.
They can. I've actually been wanting to make magic antennas.
You know what? I don't doubt it. So, what do you say? 5 gold per set.
And there's 4 of them?
Yeah.
Right. Roll a persuasion. I believe you have a persuasion skill.
Nat 10.
All right. So that's his eye twitches as he's thinking.
It's 15 gold pieces, crazy guy. Calm down.
Okay. And that's on top of the 15, so that makes it 30.
No.
5.
No.
What?
No.
What?
It was going to cost me 50.
Yes.
And I'm giving you the bear pelt and the antenna and 15 gold, and you're gonna have this done for me in 2 days.
2 days. Round the clock.
If
Gonna work.
I tip you,
Huh?
if I tip you another 5 gold, can you have it done by tomorrow?
Nope. Enchantment doesn't work.
Fine.
I can have it in, if I don't sleep, day and a half.
We'll see you in 2 days, he says, dropping the money and the goods on the counter.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh, but before I go, have you seen...
I have. Pretty late.
Yeah, I know.
Snap out.
Details, man, details. Where is she?
Don't know. She had a crazed look in her eyes. She had a bunch of shinies. Was asking me about Maleficent.
He like reaches into Chester, pulls out his journal, flips over to his most recent notes page. Go on.
She was asking me about the castle and if I knew anything about it, and if I knew anything about the magic, and.
And did you?
No.
Right. Thank you for your time. Where's Weber? Damn it! Been
Weber.
looking for him.
He, big fella, long arms, secret stabby.
Huh? No, like top hat.
Yes.
Um,
Big, tall, long arms.
musical instrument on his side.
Yeah. I had shiny lady next to him.
Look at Laney for a second, and then be like, "Yeah, that would have to be him."
He was here not too long ago. Bought magic secret stabby.
Good to see Weber spending his money responsibly. Let's get out of here. There's
Right.
places to go, and people to ask.
At this point, Weber is actually going back into the shop because he wanted to inquire about a bag of holding and forgot to.
You watch as Weber.
Jeffrey! Rose Knight.
Aerith,
Yeah, yes, thank you.
I take it you.
He hands Weber the receipt for the enchanting work.
And why are you giving me this?
Because you're old and you're slow, and I don't want you to die if you get hit. This will help with that.
Eye twitches, and then old man wallop upside the head with a cane.
Ow! What the? That's... Oh! Oh!
What was
My
that
ears.
for?
Ears
Bad
are
yappy
sensitive!
critter. Bad yappy critter. Bad! I say, pointing at Bardolph.
Bardolph growls.
Hey.
Fine, if you don't want it, I'll give it to Laney. He tries to snatch the receipt.
Lift it up out of Bardolph's reach.
That was actually kind of a dick move, man. He was being nice for once.
But don't call a man old.
Well, I mean, you are, though. You're 80. That's not young.
Why does everyone pick on me for being old?
I think that's their way of showing...
Look, Grandpa, I'll tell you why. Because you don't have a magnificent Gandalf beard.
I think that's their way of showing their gratitude and the fact that they respect you, as crazy as it sounds. If they weren't messing with you, I don't think that you would be in their good graces. Calm down. Let's go into the shop.
But that means that
Did he cause any damage?
That means other spiders are going to eat me when I die.
Huh?
Oh, that's disturbing. Did he hurt? Did he cause any damage at all?
No, it's just my head. It's pretty thick.
I'd agree with that one.
Okay. I'm coming down. Just don't remind me, please, that potential outcome is just around that corner. I point down to the far end of the street. I don't want to be eaten.
You see as she leans over to Lainey. And what did I get myself into?
I don't understand what's going on, Bardolph says, poking his nose in between the two of them.
Ah!
Weber, do I want to know what you mean by other spiders eating you?
Exactly that. Literally. Consume the dead. It's a common practice out there. Banned in my home, but not others.
He just kind of looks at Weber with like this this look on his face of like morbid disbelief. Like one eye's open all the way, the other one's almost squinted shut, and he's like, "What?"
Let's go get what you forgot.
Give an old man a panic attack.
I didn't want you to die. I got your fucking enchanted lanyard. It's fine. See if I ever do anything nice for you outside of saving your life in combat again.
That
It's
was
fine.
Go get your magic items, Weber.
I apologize, Bardolph. Just
Apology
I have
accepted.
nightmares about. I have
He
nightmares
pats
about
him
that,
on the back, like lots.
As you guys part ways, Laney's like, that was actually really nice. I didn't think you were getting that for him.
Well, I mean, I gave you my ring of protection.
You did.
I didn't have enough money to get you both one, but I would have if I had the money. I didn't.
Thank you. You have been actually surprisingly nice.
This must be the full moon.
Probably.
Excuse me, madam. Have you seen?
You go back into the shop, Weber. Oh, you're back. You're back.
Yes.
What'd you need?
Would you happen to have a bag of holding in approximately this size? Point to my satchel. Doesn't necessarily have to be big inside, just enough to hold my belongings.
Yep. He goes and he does the thing where he digs through stuff. Aha! Found it.
And how much would this cost?
60 gold. Bags of holding are expensive, guys.
Yeah, but he wants like a micro bag of holding. He wants like a backpack externally the size of a wallet.
Too much? Need smaller?
Yes, smaller.
Hold on. And he digs through his stuff and pulls out another one. Haha! 40 gold.
40. Are you sure you couldn't work with me at, say, 30?
Roll a persuasion.
Net
He's
10.
about this high.
Really?
Holy shit.
Yeah. That can be done. Well, since you keep coming back, how about 25?
All right.
I don't think that's how haggling's supposed to work, but you already said it.
I mean, he rolled a nat 10, though.
Thank you for your generosity, sir. I will happily accept.
Okay, you hand over, and it, I'll give you the dimensions when I come up with them.
All right.
You, sir, have way more money than me. I'm not sure how that happened.
I don't know either.
I had a
Probably-
crap ton of gold at the start. My starting roll for gold was 80.
That's right. You did roll
Oh.
ridiculously high for gold, and then you've gotten gold since then as performance too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I blow my money on alcohol and hookers. So,
That's true.
oh, fucking what? Oh, Bardolph, I hate you so much.
It's funny that he spends more of his money on other people than he does himself. It's starting
He's a
to
monk.
seem. Yeah.
Okay, first off, he's a monk. So, from like a completely gameplay mechanics perspective, he doesn't really need gear. But the other thing is, that's kind of just his character. And I'm leaving it at that.
So, should we go find the tavern, or would you prefer to sleep out in the woods?
Just you and me under the light of the full moon,
Not like that.
listening to the crickets, cuddling close for warmth,
So in the woods then?
small romantic campfire. He
No.
goes on. He's like, I have to buy some provisions and get some herbs and a fresh sheep, probably a whole sheep.
Okay, we will pay for the sheep if we get a sheep. You are not raiding. What have you gotten yourself into, girl? Fine, we'll do the woods. We'll tell the others that we're going to be staying in the woods. At least we'll be saving on fucking tavern costs.
Not whenever he gets done buying food.
True. Are you going to inquire about buying a whole sheep?
Yep.
There is that farm that you found. There's one fairly close to town, actually.
Oh, yay. Maybe they'll have shepherdesses.
Oh, no. Down, boy.
He sticks his tongue back in his mouth. Huh?
No shepherdesses.
But the Weber would let me.
Yeah, Weber is why I was sent to babysit you. Don't you whimper at me. Ugh.
Shepherdesses.
No.
They're just like pork chops. They're great, but they're all the same.
Oh, fairies give me strength. You guys get to the farm, sheep everywhere, and there's even some cows.
A little bit of drool. He wipes it off with his sleeve.
No. We're going to pay for one.
Here, take my money.
No, you're coming with me. She grabs him by the wrist. You're coming with me.
Yeah.
You guys walk towards the cottage, and she knocks on the door. Hold your horses, I'll be out in a second. You watch as a pot-bellied gentleman walks out of the house.
Yeah, Bardolph takes a step back.
What can I help you with, Bardolph?
That one! The one you've got tagged 193.
What?
Your sheep. I want to buy the sheep.
Oh, you want to buy your sheep? The whole sheep?
He thinks
Okay.
about it. Yes, the whole sheep.
Alright.
For more than a leg of mutton, I would have bought it from a tavern.
Alright. That'd be a gold.
Lady, pay the man.
Fine. She pulls out of her coin purse and hands it to him.
He swats the coin out of her hand. No. He takes his coin bag back and just like shakes a bunch of random coins out, throws everything back but a gold and hands it to him. I'm taking your sheep.
Okay.
Send out your shepherdesses to escort it off the premises.
Dude.
He picks up the gold coin, he knocks it down, hands it back to Lanny. He's like, onward!
Do not send out the shepherdesses.
Herbs and spices are to be bought. I heard that. Why do you treat me so cruelly?
Because you are the 5-year-old nephew I have acts with better behavior than you do. Am I going
I'm
to
trying, he says.
You are.
And like, starts scratching at the side of his head. Scratch, 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 scratch.
You guys go and you buy what you need, the herbs and spices, I'm assuming, for the sheep.
Yes.
General store. And Weber, you bump in, you see Bardolph running around like a fool, just muttering something as Lainey's trying to catch up to him.
I prefer power walking whenever I'm inside city limits, thank you.
I need coffee, I say to Aerith as I head towards the tavern.
Wait.
Not me, I'm way awake. So full of life, everywhere.
Should we see what they're up to first? And then, are you tired?
Tad bit. So long as Laney's keeping an eye on him, I'm sure things will be fine.
Weber!
Just,
I finally traversed to Weber.
just turn really tiredly. Oh, just turn and look very tiredly at Laney.
Oh,
What
We're
is
going to
it?
be staying in the woods for the night.
And that would be your fault, not mine.
You're the one who said I had to babysit him.
You're the one that insists on babysitting him.
Will he do something stupid? And I don't want to have to deal with the fallout.
Okay, I can breathe.
But I was just letting you know for when we don't come back in, when we don't come into the tavern.
Right.
Don't give me that look.
I imagine that Weber notices that she's leading a sheep on a rope.
Yeah, she is leading a sheep on a rope.
I suppose the reason Bardolph is running through all the herb shops is for the hat.
Yeah, he bought a whole
What do
sheep.
you mean you're out of rosemary?
Calm down.
Backwoods.
Calm down, Wolf Boy. I've had to deal with this all day. I've literally had to deal with this all day, Weber.
Okay, look.
And that's what you get for your law of attraction to the members of your story.
First of all, no.
How can you not have rosemary in a freaking spice stand?
I am not attracted to that wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up.
You're exceptionally easy to read, Lainey.
Oh, that's what Bardolph said.
Lady, would you please not say the W word quite so loud in a primarily agricultural village, please?
Sorry.
It is you are. Okay. Come on, rosemary.
You guys have fun in the tavern. I'm going to be sleeping in the fucking woods all night. With that.
Alright.
Not with that as in romantically. You know what I mean.
Well, if he runs off into the middle of the woods, just find me at the tavern. I'll go out and track him.
Thank you. I'll have to probably beat him off with a stick.
I'm sure he would like that.
Ugh.
It's funny because it might be true. I don't know.
Have you found everything you're looking for? And with that, you turn and go to the tavern. The tavern is actually called the Pork Belly.
Oh, I love this place.
Pigs are such delicious creatures.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah.
I thought we were staying in the woods.
But they have the best.
Get some food, and then because we still have this. And she points to the sheep.
Weber, you have to experience it for me.
What?
The veal.
Wait.
That sounds ridiculously expensive.
Are you saying to tell him to go to a place called the Pork Belly and have the veal?
The BLT.
Oh, okay. I thought you said
bacon, lettuce, tomato.
Okay, I heard veal.
It was. I said BLT.
Oh, okay.
In like a wheeze, like the BLT.
Your group is quite amusing, I must admit.
Your face is amusing. Okay, I'm sorry. That was uncalled for. It was reactionary. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's fine.
It's not Weber's group. It's my group. Dang it.
Well,
my name on the charter. Y'all are all my apprentices.
I am no one's
the only
apprentice.
sane one here.
Excuse me.
Okay, I'm leaving. I am not getting in between those two.
Right, let's go to the woods. Why?
You have to admit, at least in some capacity, Aerith, that willingly traveling with a giant spider and Bardolph shows a little something is awry.
Well, we are headed in the same direction, and I feel as if, it's easier for us to travel together. We would end up finding one another along the way. It's best for us to travel together, and I could not find more dissuasive people to travel with, as in dissuading the monsters, than a giant spider and a wolf folk. Do you not agree?
Now I'm a glorified monster repellent.
That's not what I meant, but I was trying to make light of the situation. Do not take my words to be harsh or mean in any way.
It's just a result of me being tired. So if you have any more stories, I would like to hear them.
Of course. There was I should tell you about the time I fought the giant snail. That was interesting.
Please
A
tell me it
giant
breathed
snail.
fire and did the Godzilla roar. Please, please tell me the giant snail breathed fire and had a Godzilla roar.
It. You wouldn't believe me, but it breathed fire
Oh my god.
and let out a ghastly roar. Although, to be fair, it didn't take much to outrun it. Because it's a giant snail. And it couldn't run away. Because it did. Even if you did manage to run away, it left a trail of slime. So.
Can't say I've ever heard of anything like that. I say as I'm writing down her story about that in Drider.
Well, it was interesting. I am not as experienced as a knight as some of my fellow knights. I have not been a knight that long, but I have had a few stories. Things.
I'm always glad to hear stories of adventurers and knights. Helped break up the monotony of running my enclave.
Well, you get to experience those stories now.
Yes, and trying to corral the grandchildren is seeming a more appealing option.
We love you too, Weather. We love you too.
Considering your traveling mates, I could see that. Although it seems to make for an interesting travel nonetheless.
Yes, for the most part it has been enjoyable, but the benefit of the grandkids is that I could wind them up and get them hyper and then drop them off on my children.
That I could see that.
Says every grandparent ever.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard other grandparents, human grandparents say that too. They say it's payback for their children.
Yes, and I have plenty of payback to give them. All 100 of them.
That's a lot of kids. How did you manage?
Well, my kind do have decently large broods, and needless to say, whenever we were younger, my wife and I were more than interested in the prospect of it.
I don't want to think too much into that, but I could see that.
Well, it didn't help whenever our oldest friend, a sorceress who was a very disturbing level of arachnophile, taught us how to turn into humans.
She just kind of covers her face. Right, I don't need to know anymore, or want to know anymore, but I understand, and that's, yep, nope.
How did you get by? Oh, by killing every living thing in the forest for food.
Still, all told, only 100 of my children survived of all our broods.
More than
500.
100.
Yes, throughout our 5 broods, there were 513 eggs.
That's a lot of kids.
Yes, we named all of them.
I'm sorry.
But between winters and our enemies at the border of our territory, I had to bury a great many.
That's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. I could not imagine that would be a pleasant prospect.
No, it isn't. I lay a lot of the blame on myself for not being a more capable fighter.
Don't think that's from honestly in nature that seems to be quite commonplace, where creatures that have the reason they have such large broods, as you said, is because there's a 50% chance that most of them won't survive. I think
Yes,
that's
but
just...
it is painful all the same.
No, I'm not doubting that at all. I'm just saying that I don't think it's your capability. I think that it's just nature.
Yes, though a fair number did fall because I couldn't protect our home as adequately as I would have liked. And some even gave their lives to protect me.
That's... Oh. Well, I mean, you're learning to be a fighter now, aren't you? Maybe you can take that back and teach some of the grandchildren to fight. Or in your notes, you could have, detailed lessons.
Yes, as I've been learning, I've been making sure to write things down. And we do have some human friends that their descendants stop by and actually help teach our children.
Well, that's good.
One of our oldest living friends is actually a priest and scholar,
Oh, quite
and
interesting.
he's actually the one who taught me how to fight with a sword.
It's a good skill to have, swordsmanship.
He was surprised, though, whenever my mate and I actually approached him at his home in his village and asked him to see to a wedding ceremony for us.
I would be surprised too. I would imagine you went looking like this and less like actual you.
Yes.
Because I would be doubly surprised if there was a giant spider that came to my door.
Well, he knew that we were spiders naturally, and
Well, yes, but regardless of whether you know the spider, the shock of the fact that there is a giant spider is still there.
yes, I suppose I did have to give you that one. But he was quite nice about it and arranged everything, and even got a few human witnesses that, though most of them were from his family and they knew who we were already. So, he actually saw it and actually had it done properly for us.
Well, is rather nice of him. Not all humans fear creatures that are not human. Some do, and I feel like sometimes it is a natural defense to fear that which seems as if it could hurt you. But there are those of us who get past that and realize that just because, it seems scary, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it is, and you do need to stab it and kill it, but sometimes it's not.
You should have seen his face whenever he first realized I was a giant spider, though.
That
He jumped up and landed flat on his backside and started praying.
I would imagine that would startle me if I didn't already know, because I can see true selves of people.
Well, the thing of it is, I'd even warned him in human form, but he didn't believe me.
I'm
And then he
curious.
saw the truth right before his eyes.
It would be startling. Not as startling as the fact that you're traveling with someone who is afraid of spiders, and she still continues to willingly travel with you.
Yes, that is quite a confusing thing to me as well.
I would imagine it's not for your benefit, however.
Certainly not. But I still have to wonder about whether or not I can find that strength or resolve to see this through.
I think you should. I think you'll be able to make it.
Come on, Weber, we're all rooting for you, guys. It is late,
Yeah.
and I have work tomorrow.
Yep. I was about
So-
to call it too.
Okay, it was good stuff. Well, I actually cried a little bit, guys. I would wipe away real tears.
Oh.
I'm not sure if the tears were for Weber or for laughing so hard or for just like the exhaustion and my eyelids not closing. But there were real tears. I can tell you that.
Oh.
Hey, I get to join the. I get to do the
Recap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we
Maybe.
will recap,
Yeah.
which is not something that I have shown on video yet, but we will start this now. So,
Woohoo!
what did you guys?
Sorry, I still got a lot of Bardolph in my system. I'm gonna have to dump that.
I can tell. Yeah, or you're not gonna be able to sleep.
Oh man, I'm gonna sleep so good.
So what did you guys think?
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I know you guys
fact
were.
that-
Hmm?
The fact that we got a nice little mini quest out of almost a one-off NPC was pretty fun, and the amount of pay was ridiculously glorious.
Yeah, I also kept with the spiders don't know money thing.
Mm-hmm.
I know for the fact that someone was really itching for combat that I needed. If I didn't, he would probably go nuts.
Me. That's me.
And I'd planned on throwing combat in there anyway. Oh my god, Bardolph on the full moon is the fucking best. Like, damn.
Huff puff.
It's like you gave the man some drugs and it's not going to wear off anytime soon.
Well, I mean, in my mind, that's a pretty accurate description. I mean, it is a type of high, um, and mind altered state. So I think drugs would be pretty accurate.
Right. Yeah, that was.
Man, I did not think I had the energy to RP that, but man, Weber is being sad. Okay, that's a
Yeah.
bummer. Just like, no, like at the beginning, I'm like, okay, Weber's sad. I'll get over it. And then it was like, Weber the serial killer, and I was like, oh fuck, shit, no, no, don't go there, no. And then she kind of, the Rose Knight's there, just kind of changed group dynamics a little bit, kind of pulled him out of it. I was like, yeah, that's good, that's cool. And then it was like random grouchy old man Weber beat me upside the head, and I was like, okay, I'm sorry. And then it was we ended on that really touching note with like and all yeah, backstory more fleshed out. It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Uh,
it really
I have to
was.
admit, I did not anticipate the panic attack from Weber, but then I thought that would actually be a legitimate fear of his if he is, in fact, a defective spider. That, no, I am not going to be dinner when I'm dead. No! So just.
We'll make
Oh,
sure
no,
to
no.
bury you, old man.
Yes, please.
Yeah, no,
Bur-
that was.
Bury me, burn me, throw me in the river. I don't care.
So, what
Just-
did you guys think of like the? I think I only threw like a couple NPCs at you guys.
Mhm.
Like one I can remember.
Yeah, I know you really liked the magic shop owner.
Yeah,
Oh, that cracked me up.
secret stab.
Yes, he was he
Secret
was.
stabbing.
It was basically the closest. Like I was channeling a crazy gnome, like alchemy dude for some reason when I was coming up with that NPC.
It worked out well.
Yeah, he was very energetic and.
Oh, secret stab. I got it.
I have to wonder if there's anything he doesn't have. It just strikes you as the kind of guy that collects and creates endlessly and
Yeah.
can't possibly sell enough of it.
Probably.
I would like a didgeridoo that summons dancing flamingos. Oh, I got one of those. Hold on.
Definitely eccentric and got some weird shit. Like,
I might have to ask for that next session.
whew, I've.
Oh boy, what have I done?
Oh no. I mean, if you guys ever think of like like if there's any sort of like when I brought up the harp, if there's any sort of fairy tale things like artifacts, they probably exist in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you
Yeah, like we're going after that harp.
Yes.
First chance we get, the first lead we get, we're going after.
I figured. I also
All
plan
the
on
fancy harps.
I also plan on throwing some other items at you. Some good items, some not so good items, some stuff from some obscure fairy tales if you and you guys will probably have no idea what it is and I'll just be like, "Yes."
I like how you threw in a little, the synopsis of another fairy tale in there.
Oh, Bluebeard?
Yeah.
Yeah. That one is another obscure one that most people don't know about. I was like, that
Yeah, I don't know why, but I'd like that. That's gonna give me nightmares.
yeah.
Like, legit. I need to get that out of my head before I go to sleep. Fuck that. No, moving on. Something else.
Yeah, but no, I thought she was talking about the hordes of humanity, and I'm like, what are some really fucked up fairy tales? And that was the first thing that came to my head.
Yeah, moving on. Different subject. Okay.
But
Shall I
you
send
let
you
me-
the My Little Pony theme song to help you get that out of your head?
How do? You
no,
went far enough, man. We found out some new things. We found out a lot about Weber's personality, some of which I wish I didn't know. But we found out Webber can shoot webs. We
Yes.
found out that when Bartolf decides to actually use his key, he's pretty badass.
Yeah, and man,
Um,
he dumped almost like so much of it in one fight. It was like, yeah, damn, guys.
uh,
I was a spider punching bag. I got hurt for so much.
What were you saying, Zach?
uh, I'm trying to think what else is we like. Okay, we learned that the Rose Knight can heal and that she's no slouch.
Yeah.
So like combat wise, use that fucking web, man. That could be awesome.
Yeah. I didn't think that would be a thing, but yeah, that's probably an attack I'll have. An attack, or maybe I think I might make it more towards a trait.
I just loved everyone's reaction to Weber actually admitting that, yeah, I eat people.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like we knew you ate people. We didn't know you were a connoisseur of a sentient species.
Right? It's like I know what all of these taste like, and she's just like, oh,
Well,
hey.
well, I don't think it'd be something you would forget, because that's kind of the thing that is about him. Is it, he knows how far he is willing to go survive, so that kind of stuck with him.
To eat people.
Well, apparently he's like some kind of like war veteran of the Spider Wars. Ooh, that sounds cool. That's
Spider Wars.
yeah. But like, he wasn't a warrior whenever he went into it, and he wasn't much of a warrior whenever he came out of one. But
Yeah,
he's
because
kind
he
of
was more of the mayoral count, regent, whatever you want to call him, of his home. So he wasn't much of a direct fighter. But Spider Wars sounds like a good spin-off anime.
Spider Wars, Spider Wars.
Spider Wars also sounds like a really, really trashy, like, sci-fi original B flick.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
you ruined it!
like
You
Starship
ruined
Troopers,
it!
like Starship Troopers, but not as
Oh,
good.
But not as good.
there was going to be a bubblegum piece of trash daily life anime spin-off in the works with Spider Wars, and then you reduced it to a crappy sci-fi B movie.
Oh my god, it was so much fun playing Bardolph. I haven't had this much fun since like session one.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad
I don't want to keep this up. I'm glad it'll be over in like another session. But oh my god,
yeah.
oh
Oh my
man,
god. Just like he's just full of energy, and I'm like, and poor Lainey though. She has to fucking babysit him, and it's
she
gonna end.
loves it.
Oh my god,
She
yeah.
kidding?
It's gonna end badly. Either like I just foresee something.
Yeah, playing a hyper character is as fun as playing a drunk character.
Oh yeah. But yeah, no, Bardolph fucking on the full moon is absolutely 100% amazing.
He's just thank you so much. That means he's completely driven by his passions, which are food and
Women?
more food and women and more food.
Yeah, like, yeah, it's definitely, he's like, Shh, I hope they're shepherdesses. She's like, no, Bardolph, stop.
I really liked that scene.
Yeah,
His like his analysis of shepherdesses was also pretty great in my opinion.
they're like pork chops. They're all the same.
They're good, but they're all the same.
But oh man, next session will be interesting because you're gonna have to go right back into the throes of that.
Yeah, yeah. And Bardolph is like sitting there listing off the like all the ingredients for a romantic night,
Yes,
and Lady decides to still go out into the woods alone. And I'm like,
because
damn it, girl.
yeah, no,
Damn it.
yep,
Bardolph is like, this is going exactly to plan, and I don't even have to try. But I'm just like, damn it, lady.
yeah, no. So
Why?
mainly because she's trying to make sure he doesn't like murder anyone. At least that's what she's telling herself.
Well, I mean, if he
The only problem
is
with that is everyone in the party can see through it.
Oh, yeah.
that, yeah, that, like, but also, if he's that kind of dangerous, why the fuck would you want to be alone with him in his element? No,
She thinks she can stop him.
she's
Young
fucking
and
nuts.
stupid.
Yes,
Exactly.
that's exactly it. I mean, it would be like flurry of blows. It's over.
Yeah.
But that's what happens when you're a level 5 monk and she's like a level 1 fighter. Granted, I'm only level 3 in this system, but it equates pretty well.
Man, next session is going to be interesting.
Spider Wars. All right, guys, this has been another episode of Page Turner. Please join us again next time. We try to play two or three times a week on Tuesdays and Fridays. Uploads are whenever Felicia gets to it.
Whenever I
And
just
have a
finish editing it.
yes,
And
and
I would just like to apologize for the antics. Trust, please believe us when we say we are not insane.
Just a
I'm
little.
not making any claims on my own sanity, but I am going to say goodnight, folks.